I am also going live on YouTube in the next couple of seconds. Am I live on YouTube? Are we live, lads? I think we're live. I think we might be live, lads. Aye, we're live. How's it going? Alright, peoples. How are we dead? What's the crack? Oh, this is very loud. Why is this so loud? This is very, very loud for me. Is it very, very loud for you? I don't know if anybody's here, but how's... Oh, I haven't rebranded the Twitch stream because I'm a vegetable. I forgot to do that. I did forget to do that. I need to do it. Sorry, this is not a Poco stream. Edit! I'm just going to copy everything blatantly from YouTube. That's what I'm going to do because I did rebrand the YouTube one. So pow, pow, pow. And then this is on Pokemon Fire, Red, and Leaf Green. Boop. I believe if I then refresh, it's going to say that I'm on Fire Red, Leaf Green, and it's going to say Pokemon Fire Red, Shiny only Nuzlocke. Okay then, with that being said, I'm Gucci to Gucci. Hello, Bossman. Wanted me to post in the Discord. Please, Ellie, that would be delicious if you could. That would be swell. We are embarking on a journey that I've never done in a live stream ever. I've never thought to do this live. I've done a few of these off stream. I've never done one on stream, and I don't know why. I don't know why I never did the Shiny only Nuzlockes. Like, I did Shiny Monotype runs all of the time on Gentle Dude, on Scarby, and I never did them on live streams, and I don't know why. Because realistically, like, I'll be so real, I was baffled that people would keep watching them, and I'll tell you why, right? The reason I was so baffled with people watching my Shiny only Nuzlockes is they kind of all, if not most, right? I'm not going to say, oh wait, I can't be Gentle Dude. Oh, fine, I'll just be gentle, whatever. Gentle. I'll be gentle. I'll be gentle. That sounds gross, doesn't it? Okay, whatever. Anyway, the reason I was so baffled that people would watch it is I found like 3 tactics that no matter what team you're running, just work. Lads, I'm calling him Al Gore and you all know why. You! My enemy! Mr. Al Gore-ism. We all know why. We all know why. Anyway. Last time you did this was the Shiny Platinum run. Yeah, that was crazy, but the Shiny Platinum run was not full odds. This is actually 1 in 8,192 odds to get a Shiny. Yeah, man. Oh, I'm so excited to be playing this on the Switch. This is cool. What would you like to do? I'd like to withdraw my potion, please. Thank you. If you didn't know, now you know. There's a potion in the PC in your gaff, and if you don't know that, then you are not a seasoned veteran like I am. Long time no see. How are things? Friend from Cali. That's gas. Friend from Cali. Like I know you from Cali. Or hi. How's it going? Long time no see. How are things? Things are swell. Thank you. Things are very swell. I'm playing Pokemon Fire Red on the Switch too. Life could not be much better. Now, here's the thing. What I love about the Switch too, and I'll show you when we get there, is that they've actually made it easier for us shiny hunters, which I'm gassed about. Because of the real person Al Gore? No. Really? You guys really thought that? I explained it. Every time I explained it, you guys are passively watching. You guys have been brain rotted to the high heavens. No, I'm joking. But, like, come on. I always say Mr. Al Gore-ism. I always say that. Now, my friends, in doing some research, Bulbasaur is categorically the best shiny for this. I will be naming the Pokemon after, like, members and donos and as usual. And it's especially special for this because it's a hardcore Nuzlocke shiny only where we're using full odds shinies. It's absolutely cataclysmic. So with that being said, this is the guy that we're going to go for. Now, what we want to do is we want to save in front of the Bulba. And once the game is saved, we choose Bulba. Yes. We take the Bulba. This is going to be absolutely astronomically long. This is going to take ages. Yo, Joe!
O'Connell tipped £10. Tons of hugs to all. Giving you all my shiny hunting luck I can. Love you all as always.
That was very quiet, but thank you so much. That's so great. Why was that so quiet? I don't know why that was so quiet. That should have been much louder. Let me see if I can make that louder in its own right. I'll let it shoot. Okay, I've tried to make that louder to see if that does that. Okay, so now we battle our rival, and as soon as we, Winston, thank you so much for being a member. I appreciate you. Why did that alert not come? It did come up on screen, but I didn't see it. Right. So then what we do is we see if the Bulbasaur is shiny by getting into this battle. You got lucky with shiny Bulbasaur. Okay, so now that we know it's not, we press all these buttons. You press X, Y, A, and B all at the same time, and when you press them, it hard resets the game, which will then send us back to our save, which, as we know, is where Bulbasaur is. So then we choose Bulbasaur, and we go again. This is going to take a long time. The fact that someone in chat got it in a couple hours is absolutely astronomical, by the way. Wait, I didn't nickname it. How do I do the... Wait, I guess I have to nickname it on the spot, right? That's going to be tough, because obviously I don't know who's going to get the starter. That's a scary one, because I don't know how... Okay, I guess I'll just name it after the... Can you just check this? Oh, I can just check this. I'm being a cabbage. I can just check the summary. Sorry. It's not shiny anyway. Okay. What I'll do is I'll name it after the highest dono in the stream at that time. So right now it's Jill, so I'll name it Jill every time. And then if someone outbids Jill for the starter, is that something? Yeah, cool. So we take this. This Pokemon's Gentle received the Bulbasaur. Now I can nickname it, right? On the spot. Do you want to give a name? Yeah, okay. And then we'll do that. We'll call it... That's going to take so long. Jill. Every time. Cool. And then we'll just check the summary. Name it every time. That'll take... yeah, you're right. Do you know what? Instead of doing that, I think I'll just... Instead of doing that, what I'll do is I'll remember where the name rater is, and whoever is the highest... Don't know, by the time that we get the shiny starter, we'll get the shiny starter. Although in saying that, we're going to be here for a while. We're going to be here for a long time, chat. We're going to be here for a long time. Oh, yeah. Okay, I've got my shiny hunting snacks, and I am ready to be here forever. I'm ready to never leave. I'm doing 3 Dratini at the time, not naming anything. Yeah, that's super valid. I do get it. I do get why. Yeah, it's not easy. You're doing 3 Dratini at the time. What do you mean by 3 Dratini at the time? Oh yeah, game corner, go. That's gonna be ages. That's gonna take so long. Hello, Pokemon Master JZ, how you doing? You wanna go to the grass Pokemon? Yeah, I do. I will be absolutely mind blown if we get it today. I'll be so real. I'm gonna be absolutely flabbergasted if this happens. No chance you get it in less than 500, dude. I think we're gonna get this in like... I don't know how long it'll take to get this. Probably like... I would say 3 days. Right? No! Zegbolt, thank you so much for the $10 super chat.
Zegbolt55 super chatted £7
What's up, Jill?
and
Please name a shiny after me
45
if you can.
What's up, gentle
also, keep
dude?
rocking and
Please
rolling.
name a shiny after me if you
Dude, it's a
can.
rock. Andy rules.
Also,
That's
keep rocking
crazy.
and rolling.
But thank you. I appreciate that more than you could ever fathom. Thank you for the $10, and I will write your name down. I need to write down everyone's name who donates and what they donate so that I know the order of 10. I need to write down all the names of the donos. Anyone want to give a nickname? Nope. Anyone know if there's a way to stop the recap thing? I don't believe there is, mate. And then Zegbolt. Zegbolt is also 10. Thank you so much for the super chat. That means the world. Also, Ollie, thank you so much for the follow, mate. On Twitch. Can you get Pokerus in this game? I believe you can. How heartbreaking would it be if we got Pokerus before we got a shiny? What are the odds of Pokerus? Press B. Yeah, if you press B, you skip the recap, essentially. It just takes you to the last frame of it. These are really weird. These are Galaxy Minstrel mini eggs. They're really nice, but they're just minstrels, but thicker. I demand a blue Nito. That would be gas. My membership did not pop up, only on YouTube chat. Why? That's silly. Are the alerts not working, chat? I think the alerts might not be working. Or maybe they are, they're just working under the... Ah, I think I had the alerts under the gameplay. Sorry. Is there a way I can keep up with your music easier? I really enjoyed I Feel Nothing, but I haven't remembered to keep checking in. I don't really know. I guess just follow me on Instagram, or I guess just, I don't know. Like, I don't know how I keep up with artists. I just kind of listen whenever I think to. I don't really know. What's your Instagram? My Instagram is Adam, ADUM. I've got the. How weird is that? How rogue is that? I've got @Adam on Instagram, like ADUM, not ADAM, but I've got @Adam. How crazy! My friend checked out your stream yesterday and a few of your videos, and he enjoys them. He tried to say hi in chat, but I think I converted him to a fan after meeting you in Cologne. Let's go! Do you want to give a nickname? No. Thank you. Thank you. Algo received Charmander. I don't think I'm gonna find this today, but we'll see, chat, we'll see. I'm on my way from misery to happiness today. Sorry. This is gonna take a long time, isn't it? You wanna go with the grass Pokemon? Yeah. Wait, okay, do you know what I should also do? I should change the settings, like, and then save the game. Because if I change the settings so it's like fast text speed and stuff, then Proclaimers cosplay during the Donathon. Nah, that's a bad one. If we're gonna do cosplays, it has to be Pokemon related. I will be Cynthia, and Gabe can be Opal. I will be Phoebe, and Gabe can be Opal. I'll be Leon, and Gabe will be Opal. I will be Raihan, and Gabe will be Opal. Whatever happens, Gabe should be Opal. Don't you think, chat? Don't you think Gabe would make a phenomenal Opal? Let's go. What contrasts the background enough? I want something that looks good against the red background. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. I like that. I like that. Not that it makes any difference, but I'm going to save the game now. How long till Adam goes crazy from resets? A long time. I reckon I've got patience. I'm the most patient person that you've ever seen. Can we donate for a huge prosthetic schnoz? Yes, I believe you can. Why not Agatha? Schnoz. Schnoz. What more needs to be said other than schnoz? Schnoz! Gabe would kiss Opal. Do you know what? See, wholeheartedly, kissing Opal would be a wildly difficult task. Because you'd have to navigate the nose. You'd have to, like... Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you'd have to come in it, like, the angle would have to be like... Do you know what I mean? You know when you go in for, you know when someone goes in for a kiss and it's like that? You'd have to go... You just have to go... Like that. Like... You'd have to go, like, full... And she'd have to be, like, opposite, like, fully... So that the nose is, like, completely perpendicular. You need a very perpendicular Opal nose. Oh my gosh. Crazy. Are we kissing? Why are we kissing grandmothers? Listen. Opal might be old, but she never lost her mojo. Opal taught Austin. What? Why am I nicknaming it? That was cabbage. You beat the final boss of Silk Song. What the hell? My brain didn't work there. Sick. Hi, Elizabeth. Ready to see something crazy? Shiny. I lied. Imagine the world gave me content like that. That would have been awesome. That would have been cool had that happened. Opal's future ex-wife material. Opal's future ex-mother-in-law material. Future ex... I was gonna say future... I'm trying to... Future Widowmaker? Sorry. Future ex... I don't know. I don't know how to weave it in. You know what I'm going for though. You hear what I'm going for, right? Future ex cougar? Nah, I'm trying to come up with like a widow joke. Cause she's like a million. My friend told me I went really fast in Leaf Green, but in reality it took 17 hours because I did 2 different glitches. Respect! I'm not going to do that. My game... I will probably, in 17 hours of gameplay, be exactly where I am right now. Because we are doing a shiny-only hardcore Nuzlocke. Ah! It's going to be crazy. Oh, goodness. Maybe I should put some text to be like, hey, just to show people what I'm... to say shiny-only hardcore Nuzlocke. It feels like a silly thing to be doing. It's gonna take a long time. She's future late wife material! That's what I was looking... There it is. Yep. Do you know what? Liz, you did it. Congrats. Good job. You did what I couldn't. We're gonna definitely get to Zapdos, right? Wait, what level is Zapdos? Zapdos isn't level 7. It's 40, isn't it? It's not 70. My brain cells aren't letting me down. Most legendaries are 70. It's not... It's 50, right? Is it 50? Is it 40? Is it 10? Is it level 10? Can I use it for the first gym? No, 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 no. It's level 50. Okay. Does that fit within any of the level caps? Can we use Zapdos at any point? We're gonna be here for a long time. This is gonna take a while. How many times will Gentle Dude accidentally reset a shiny? Absolutely 0, and if I do it one time, then I will quit Gentle Dude forever. That would send me over the edge. I shall not reset on any shit. There's no universe in which I reset on a shiny. I know this is a Pokemon stream, but when it comes to international football, what team do you support? International, I don't support anyone, really. I'm from... I guess if I was to, it would be Egypt or Scotland, but I don't know. With international football, I just love watching it. I love being a part of it. I don't really have, like, an agenda. I really wanted Morocco to win that year, but Morocco did insanely well. But yeah, when it comes to international football, I'm not, like, yeah, I'm not huge. I'm more into club football. For me, I support Arsenal. And weirdly, no one's ever called me a glory hunter until this year. Now I'm being called it more than I've ever been called it in my entire life, which is super weird. Super weird. This Bulbasaur is your choice. Yep, this one. Unless it's not fully green, in which case I will throw it directly in the bin and go for another one. What's a glory hunter? Someone who only supports a team when they're winning. So, like, a lot of people support... Like, I support Arsenal, and I have done my entire life, right? But because Arsenal are winning, they're calling me a glory hunter because it's like, oh, you only started supporting Arsenal probably because they're doing well, kind of thing. Do you know what I'm saying? You mean a fair weather fan? That sounds way more sophisticated than football fans would ever care to say. Most football fans would never say the word fair weather. I've never even heard the word fair weather. How impressive. You completed your Shiny Zone Lock Challenge 1 to 20. You've been updating your progress on the Discord. How long did it take? Shiny. Never mind. This is gonna take a while. This is how we call it in the Netherlands, really? Good weather, muy weird fun. So you only support that team in the good weather? Nah, I've supported Arsenal through thick and thin, bro. When we signed Mesut Ozil and I finally thought we were going to go somewhere, and then Ozil just wasn't for Arsenal what he was at Madrid. And then there was a period where we were like top for ages, and then we just lost like 12 games in a row. It sucked. I've been an Arsenal fan through thick and thin, bro. I'm not like a dedicated, oh my god, I love Arsenal, like, do you know what I mean? I'm not going to the games, I'm not like religiously watching Arsenal every time they play, but I'm an Arsenal fan. Shiny in the next 10 resets, I promise. I'm not playing this game. I'm not playing this game with you again. Nope. I'm a Nottingham Forest fan, so I haven't been called a glory hunter yet. You say yet? That's wildly optimistic. I see my dono didn't go to waste. Nope. Well, it depends what your class is a waste. Because, I'm going to be resetting for a while. A long and tender while. Why am I doing this with my mid-20s? You know, I'm 26. I'm in my mid-20s still, kind of. And what I'm doing with it is resetting for a greener Bulbasaur. No counter? I don't know how to do a counter. I'm a bit of a cabbage. I should do a counter. How do I do a counter? I should be able to do that. I don't know why I've not done that. It would just take ages to set. I don't know how many I've already done. Can someone check? Let's do it. Let's do it. How to add a counter OBS. Oh wait, it's actually like a thing that you download called a death counter. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. Okay, let me try.
No, less than 2 minutes left. Let's go.
Yeah, okay, so actually, it's an actual thing. Hold on, what if I do tools, scripts? Is there one called just counter? No, there's not. Dang it! So I'd have to manually have a counter. I should have a manual counter, but I'm not doing that for some reason. On Twitch now, I'll count resets after work today, if that's okay. Yeah, that's fine, and then next time we're on, we can just keep the counter going. That's a cool idea, actually. And then I'll just put the Pokemon that we're shiny on it for on the screen. Bulbasaur gift. Shiny. Wait, what? I don't want to give that anything. Blech. Meow, 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 meow. Oh, this would be cool if I could do this. Not shiny. Sorry, I'm trying to do 20 things at once. Look at me thrive. Ready? Poof. Hell yeah! Isn't that just the coolest? Wow, it's so cool. Alright. What have I done? What the hell? That's hella cute. Okay, we gotta get the left one. Actually, do you know what? I might do this. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Nope. Did you see what I done? No, I don't want to give out any name. Frick. Look at you being all techie. I know! For one time ever. Yes, I would like to go with Baba. Professional streamer, this one. Learning! Kind of. Somewhat. Here and there. A little bit. Show me! Nope. This is gonna take a while. Do you guys think I get it today? I don't know how long I'm going to do it for today. Maybe like, I reckon I can hunt for like at least 5 more minutes. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Have we counted yet? Nah, we haven't. Nobody's counted yet. Pretty sure you can pick the Bulbasaur ball from the side, not just the front. What would be the difference? I'm saved directly in front of it. I'm sure you can, but you're 20 hours into Squirrel. Who's Squirrel? Do you mean Squirtle? Or because like which one of them would be closest to a squirrel? Squirtle, no Squirtle. Well, listen, I'm gonna get Bulba before you get Squirtle, and that is a bet. I'll get the shiny Bulba before you get the shiny Squirtle. And I believe that with my entire forehead. And that's a lot of forehead. Oops. Ready, chat? Watch this. I want my £17 back if you do. I will make that deal. If I get shiny Bulba before you get shiny Squirtle, I owe... Wait, what? If I win, I owe you 17 quid? Alright. That's a bit sad. But then winning isn't as fun. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Hey Adam, hey chat, hey Master of None, how's it going? How's it going? How's like... I said no, I pressed no. Show me a shiny Bulba right now. Nope, okay. We're gonna be here. We're gonna done be here. This is gonna be a fun one though. I'm actually really excited to play the Nuzlocke because I think this is gonna be very stressful. Actually, FireRed Leaf Green is probably the easiest game vanilla to Nuzlocke. Like, it's a great one to start with. I would argue it is probably the best one to start with. See, if you've never done a Nuzlocke before, this game is probably your best bet. Right? It's short enough. You get loads of encounters. It's Gen 1, so there isn't like a crazy amount that you have to like... Do you know what I mean? The whole... Like, because as generations scaled, Pokemon got way better. And they had way more, like, use cases, because it made more sense to make them that way. But in Gen 1, it's like so many of the Pokemon are kind of useless. It'll be so stressful. Imagine resetting for 3 full days and killing the shiny starter first chance you get. Bro, imagine I just get a crit. Like, as soon as I get Pokeballs. And that's it, just GG's. Be crazy. I want a tea. I didn't make myself a tea. That was one thing that I was going to do before the stream, but then I didn't. Because I'm a vegetable. Bulbasaur is your choice. Yes, it is. Hello. Hello, little guy. Hello, little bub. Tell the use Gabe, can you get me a tea, please? No, I'm not going to use that today. Gabe was just out with his friends over the weekend in the Lake District. So I'm sure he's tired because he's had a very fun and exhilarating and big weekend. And then he goes to Portugal tomorrow with his girlfriend. So I won't make Gabe make me a tea. That'd be crazy. I can't do that. Come here, Bulba. Be mine. Kind words for ourselves, remember. Yeah, I'm not great at that. That is something that's... Unless it's conscious, it doesn't happen. Been a while since I was able to catch a live. How's all my nieces and nephews? I'm doing swell, thank you. I would argue that I'm more of an uncle, but I'm about it. For Donathon, can you be Cynthia and specifically Gabe beat Volo so I can blame Gabe for not beating Volo? I'm gonna say no. Maybe. The Cynthia wig is so uncomfortable. I don't want to be Cynthia. Like, the Cynthia wig is so disgustingly uncomfortable. Like, horrifying. Best of luck to you. Just found 7 shiny Bulbasaur and an Alpha 1 in 1 donut. That's the thing with the newer games versus the older ones. I'm going back to brass tacks, where that is not what happens. Like, if you started shiny hunting in recent gens, then you don't know what it's really like to... Like, there's... Even the struggles in the new gens, you're like, oh, why is this taking so long when it takes like half an hour? I am probably going to be sat here for like, I reckon, at least 10 hours of gameplay. At least. Just resetting for this thing. I would assume. How'd you make your tea if you could? I'd make your tea if I could. How'd you take your tea? I like herbal teas. Like, I'd say a really good lemon and ginger with some Manuka honey in it is like ideal tea. That's like ideal tea, but I'm also a singer, so that's kind of like, I'm working late, cause I'm a singer. I'm wishing you luck since I got so many. Well, Miss Silly Jilly, I'm glad that you got so many. I'm going to be here for a long time. Feel free, bro. I have about 12 hours resetting for Amanda. Respect. Do you know what? I actually think shiny hunting's marginally easy. I think, you know, earlier when I was like, oh, I don't know why I do these off stream. I do know why I do these off stream. Because full-on shiny hunting is such a hard thing to be entertaining over, whereas it's so easy to do while entertained. Like, my ADHD brain loves it because it's like a fidgety thing that I can do that also feels like it's working towards some level of delayed gratification, and I can do that while I'm consuming something else. So if I'm watching a movie or a TV series or even like a podcast, I can just consume that and properly focus on consuming it while also occupying the part of my brain that needs to be occupied by doing just random crap. But the random crap is also weirdly reinforcing the delayed gratification. So it's a win-win for me. But then doing it while I'm streaming means that I can't be doing anything else. I am the entertainment. I can't watch or consume something entertaining because I am the entertainer. You lot are watching me, you know what I mean? Shiny hunting with a podcast is my favourite combination. Combination! I hear you. I do hear you. Shiny hunting isn't hard, it's tedious. Yeah, exactly. And when it's the only thing you're doing, that's when it gets tedious. However, shiny hunting with something on is actually a super, super, super relaxing task. Like, I could see myself absolutely whipping it on a massive screen TV in like a really curated flat, like a studio apartment that's just mine. Got like gorgeous like little freaking lights all over it, and it's like my own little space, and I can imagine myself unwinding in the evening by throwing on some music and just shiny hunting. Like if I like Harry's album, I've been able to listen to in pockets. I've not properly been able to, like, I love Harry Styles. I think he's a very curated artist. I think he's done so well to break out of the pop boy norm that was One Direction. Like, crazy situation, right? And it's so hard to break out of the shackles that you once were in. If it's like you're known for one thing, to do something else is really brave, weirdly. Because it's like stepping outside of the norm from what people expect of you to do something that you want to do to creatively fulfill yourself and hope that the fans like it. Because if they don't, then there's arguably more at stake for someone like that than someone like me. So with that, it's like, I really like listening to those artists, so I'd love to like really put on an album like that and listen to the whole album front to back to really try and feel it. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like I could so do that and shiny hunt at the same time. Nicky, how's it going? Play but no shame on One Direction. No, absolutely no shame on One Direction, dude. They smashed it. Although I will say, so, full disclosure, actually I shouldn't talk about that. I'm not going to talk about that, it's okay. I was going to say some things that I shouldn't say. I got to go to work. I sent you the best OBS counter I've found on Discord. Ooh, I will... Do you know what? I'll get it sorted for next stream. I don't want to have to try and figure it... Actually, I could try figure it out while I'm... Because all I'm doing is soft resetting, so I could definitely do that at the same... Oh my god, auto counter! That's crazy.
What's good?
I'm not going to be able to... Okay, I can download it. I don't know if I'll be able to... Oh yeah, I'm not going to know how to... This is going to be too complicated for me to do without actually watching and digesting the video. Which I can't do while I'm streaming, so whatever. Good luck and good day to you, Liz. Catch you in a bizzle, yeah? That's kind of crazy. I didn't show you guys the card earlier. I said that I would. I got, I packed a Sylveon from Prismatic Evolutions. I packed the SIR Sylveon, which is the second biggest card in the entire set. Which is a wild thing to say because that set gives nobody anything ever. That set is impossible to pack anything. Did you get it back? Yeah. Yeah, we did. I want to show you, but let's see it. Gabe! Can you grab the Sylveon for me? Cool. We sent it off to Ace. So we packed it, straight out of a prismatic pack. And right now, Gabe and I, our PCs are kind of in the mud because we're trying to fund our TCG business that we're trying to grow somewhat. We're not, yeah, we're vending. It's not really like a full TCG business by any stretch yet, but it's just vending at the moment. But to scale that, we have sold our PCs, right? Gabe's now done the same, and so I sold my PC first because it was like, I was way less in on it than Gabe was. And I was like, well, you know, I bought it with money that we'd made from the TCG, and realistically, I can't justify keeping it at the moment because we can't afford it. So anyway, I sold my PC, Gabe sold his PC so that we could put that back into the business. And weirdly, packed the Sylveon last week, or like a week and a half ago-ish. About 2 weeks ago, actually. Almost 2 weeks. 2 weeks tomorrow, we'll have packed it, right? And I looked at it, and I was like, this is so gradable. And we had a show that we were vending at that weekend. So I was like, do you know what? I'm just gonna show it to Gabe and see what he thinks. Because I looked at the card and I was like, oh my god, there is nothing wrong with this. Then Gabe looked at the card and he said, oh my god, there's nothing wrong with this. And I was like, yeah, nothing. The borders are definitely 60-40. There is no surface wear. There is no edge wear anywhere. There is no whitening on any corner. This is a 10. And so we paid the crazy amount of money to get it fast-tracked so that we could use it to vend that weekend. Unfortunately, it didn't arrive in time. But we are vending again this weekend on Saturday. So, we thought, screw it. Let's pay for the £50 service, try and get it back before this show. See what it lands. And we sent it off. And it came back. Why do you want the borders 60-40? They have to land within the 60-40 ratio to be a 10. Hell yeah. So we sent it off to Ace, and it came back, and it is a... Hold on, you can't really see it because of the lighting. Hold on, let me turn that off for a sec, just so you can see it. Sylveon, Prismatic Evolution, in an Ace 10, in English. This guy is worth really ridiculously, because PSA are the most scummy company on this earth. But weirdly, it's worth about... But I thought you wanted them to be 50-50. Of course you do. But you look at it and you go, if it's within 60-40, then it can still land a 10. So it doesn't need to be 50-50. You don't want it to be 60-40. You don't want it to be skewed. But what we're saying is it's definitely 60-40, as in it definitely fits within the 60-40 ratio that it needs to be a 10. You don't search for 60-40. You don't go, oh, this is perfectly skewed. It's... Yeah, nah. It just has to be, like, if it is skewed, which many Pokemon cards, many cards, trading cards, are... it just can't be off by more than 60 to 40 percentile in the ratio. And this one absolutely wasn't. It was, yeah, absolutely perfect across the board. And when you look at the cert on that, when you look at the certification on Ace, it's got 10 across the boards. It didn't 9 in anything, which is perfect. So weirdly, we can charge a little bit up market for it, because what a lot of people do is they buy Ace 10s, crack them, and send them to PSA. And I get it, because it's a valid way to make a lot of money. This card in an Ace 10 is worth 450. I've got a perfect Ace 10. This is worth 450. The PSA 10, for no reason, is worth 850. Often sales of over £900. It's wild. So I got very lucky with that. But we are just going to vend with it, like it's just going to go straight back into the TCG business, unfortunately. I would love to keep it. It's a beautiful card. I would have loved to keep it. PSA will give it a 7 though if it's Ace 10. That's not even remotely true. Because PSA is dumb. Nope. Not even almost true. Do you know what's crazy? People have talked about the fact that people have bought in PSA 9s, cracked them and sent them to Ace and got 10s. Do you know what's wild? People have done the opposite. People have taken Ace ads. Sorry, people have taken Ace slabs that are 9s, Ace 9s, cracked them, sent them to PSA, and got 10s. So it's like everyone's like, oh yeah, Ace does it. It's like, nah, PSA do that as well. So does every company. It's human error. It's not the mood on the... Yeah, it's not really the mood of the grader. It's just like... People can miss stuff. It's possible, man. Everyone's got eyes. And especially for graders, if they're looking at so many cards a day, if they're looking at like just a... Because realistically, I think... What was it that I heard? I think it was like a minute per card is what they're given, like as a usual, as a baseline of like when they're grading cards, they grade a card a minute. And I think that's on the upper end. It's usually like one card every 45 seconds. So it's like, this is why multiple people should look at one card. I disagree, because then grading would be absolutely impossible. You would never get a card graded in any kind of good time. You'd grade a card and it wouldn't arrive for like 3 years. You would never get it back. It would be pointless. Like, at that point, I would never grade cards. I would just look at buying graded cards. You have to go eat. No worries! Eat away! Munch, munch, munch. One card in 40 seconds. Do you know what's weird though, Morgan? See, the more you get into it, because Gabe and I we've grade checked hundreds of cards now. See, looking at Pokemon cards, genuinely. If you look at grading Pokemon cards, weirdly, it's, when you know what you're looking for, it's actually quite easy. Like, Gabe and I did not spend over... I didn't spend over a minute and a half looking at the Sylveon, and neither did Gabe, before we absolutely definitively decided that we were going to send it off. Not me looking into how to become a grader. I need a job and that sounds fun. Well, Alice, just saying. Ace are opening, it's in Amsterdam that they're opening, right? So, like, I think the way that you become a grader weirdly is they, it's just an entry exam. Like, they hand you, I don't know how many cards it is that they make you practice on, but they give you X amount of cards and you have to get, like, I think it's 9, I think you're allowed, like, 2 errors in the 1,000 cards. Like, 2 wrong grades, not wrong subs, because you'll be able to get wrong subs, but I think no. I only have 80% vision in my left eye, that might be an issue. It might be, yeah. I mean, if I recall correctly, some people pretend to grade cards, but, you know, real graders is literally their job. There's always human error, but, you know, most of them are incredible at their job. Yeah, without question. Most graders are amazing at their job, and no one wants to mess anyone over, except from PSA as a company. But no grader would be like, hey, screw this guy. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of people see graders as like horrible people, just like, why would you give me a 9? Nah, fam. Like, everyone talks about the mood of the grader. That's actually not a factor at all. Oh, goodness. I'm baffled that we've got this Sylveon. This is such a crazy thing. And we're vending next weekend, so we'll be able to take it. That'll be fun. Yeah. Greetings, this is the help system. I don't care. I want a shiny Bulbasaur. Give me le frog. If Haunter comes back as an 8, I'd be happy. Wait, yeah, sorry, you said from Fossil, right? A Hollow Haunter. That's sick. Dude, if I could, like, vintage numbers are so different. With vintage cards, if you get like anything 7 and up is awesome. Just because of the pure, like, the age of them. Some of them are older than, like, a lot of you guys watching, probably. Maybe not the mood, but if they are tired or whatever, they could miss something. No, absolutely. Like, yeah, without question. So arguably, if you're getting stuff graded, you want to get graded. You want to get stuff graded at the end of it, but it's not up to you. You just send it off and cross your fingers. But I mean, we've had regrades that have gone from a 9 to a 10. Yeah, we've done that before. We've managed that. It's insane that cards even last that long. Dude, I know. I used to use Pokemon cards that are worth thousands now as throwing stars. I used to just freaking fling them about like it was nobody's business. I used to pretend the card was the Pokemon. I'd like, I choose you, and then like fling out the card. Oh, it was so funny, man. I used to like Kamehameha my freaking Pokemon cards across a room. And we're talking like level X's. Oh man, there was an Empoleon card that I had as a kid. I had a lot of really sick cards. I collected. If I could go back in time and change one thing, it would be the way that I treated my childhood Pokemon cards. I didn't even get a binder for them. I just had them all in tins. One day on Geldo's stream, he'll get a shiny Bulbasaur and name it Dinosaur after me. But it's not this day. Just kidding, Adam. We'll get a shiny. I genuinely don't believe I will. I have been writing down the donos, though, sadly. Unfortunately, Master of None, I am prioritizing them. So right now, it'll be Jill O'Connell, I guess, a starter. But that is subject to change because I'm going to be here for 7,000 hours. You know how they say it takes 10,000 hours to master anything? I wonder if that's a fact when it comes to shiny Bulbasaur. No, sir. Your favorite Pokemon card you have is an incredibly best up fake. Just because it's got a picture of a Combi in the sets. And the name stats Breloom. Name says Breloom. Oh, got you. Sorry, that was really tough to read. Very valid. Wildly valid. You had a full massive fishing tackle box card holder filled with first gen. Oh my god, that's crazy. Like, it is crazy to think. Obviously, we could have never known. But my goodness. You know what I'm saying? Could have been crazy, bro. Crazy. My favorite card I got is the IR Excadrill. I know the one. There's an IR Excadrill and there's an SIR Excadrill, and both of them are sick. One of them, the Excadrill, is just like sitting with a bunch of workers. Super sick. Is that Temporal Forces? I feel like it's either Temporal Forces or Twymask. I think it's Temporal Forces, you know. And then the other one's the SIR, and that one's beautiful. How long you plan to stream today? I don't know. I've got no idea. I'm just gonna stream until I get super bored of the same menu mashing. We'll see. I've not really got anything else to do tonight. I was gonna run some errands today, and then I just didn't do that. I went climbing, then I finished, and I started streaming the last. I did some Pokopia, and then I'm streaming this. So I don't know. I don't know. Your favorite card you have is the 151 Nidoking AR. You know, I really do want, like, there are little mini collections that I really want, and Nidoking has two cards that are so perfect together, and it's the Destined Rivals Nidoking SIR and the Nidoking from 151 IR. And together, oh, why did I just reset that? But together they're absolutely beautiful because they're the same art style, but different arts. It looks like two different, do you know what I mean? It's so sick. And I want them both in like Ace 10 slabs. I think that would be ideal. Take it down. No, I don't want to give a nickname. Do you know what I really want as well, like long term? I really want the Pokemon Rumble cards, because they're just so funny. Like, the Pokemon Rumble cards are categorically adorable. They're so funny. And their little, like, janky 3D art style, I think it's so sick. You want the Zekrom SIR from Black Bolt? Damn. I would... I've got it in an Ace 10, like, in the other room. I'd show you it, but I can't, because it's all the way in the other room. But, yeah, it's a very pretty... The Zekrom is beautiful. In fact, the Reshiram's also beautiful from that set. We've got both. We've got the Reshiram and the Zekrom SIRs. Your rarest card is a Mega Galley DX from Roaring Skies. Roaring Skies is a beautiful set, dude. Crazy. Bulbasaur. The Zekrom would match your others, you do prefer Reggie, which at PSA 10 is worth over 2,000 USD. That's disgusting. Yeah, but that's in a PSA 10. Like, there are a lot of cards where it's like, in a PSA 10 it's worth this. It's like, yeah. Good luck getting a PSA 10. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of cards where people are like, oh my god, this is worth this much in a PSA 10. Like, okay, for instance, not actually recently, opened up a pack of Black and White Next Destinies, and I packed the Reshiram from Black and White Next Destinies. And I was like, oh my god, in a PSA 10, this is worth it was worth like £1,800. But I was like, oh my god. And I was just like, in my head, I was like, yeah, I'm sat on £1,800. I was not sat on it. Like, looking at it, I was like, yeah, this would 7 at best. Kind of crazy. You're just gonna lurk for a bit. Don't know if you'll chat anymore before you hop off stream, so you hope I have a great rest of stream. In case you don't, that's entirely okay. Well, thanks for being here regardless. I enjoy the lurk regardless, and I appreciate you inflating my numbers. I prefer the look of Beckett to PSA. If I was going through look, if I'm being entirely honest, I think it goes weirdly just on look. Tag, Ace, Beckett, PSA. They're the only people I'd agree with. Tag slabs are nice. Tag looks so much more prestigious. I think Tag looks best. In fact, see, yeah, no, if we're going for looks, I think it's Tag, Ace, Beckett, PSA. In terms of the way it looks for me, Ace wins hands down. Do you know what? Right, there's one thing that I'm getting more and more, that I'm seeing more and more though, because a lot of the time it really, really complements the card. And other times it just looks cartoony for the sake of being cartoon. Like, we've got an EV on the ball that we graded with Ace, and it got an Ace 10. And see the Ace slab design for the EV on the ball is just not nice. It's just so... I don't know, dude. It's just not nice. No shiny bubble. Oh, come on, Jack. You're sat on a $47 card. Crazy. You think Tag, Ace, PG are your top 3? PG. I don't know if I know PG. PG. I don't know PG. They do art labels. Oh, nice. Nope. You only collide so you can trade with the children you babysit or tutor. That's wholesome. That's super wholesome. Poke grading UK. Do you know what I'll say though? I think calling it poke grading is why I wouldn't grade with them. I know that's a weird thing to say, but like, poke grading. Like that puts it so... Like, it brands it as a... And the thing is, they wouldn't legally be allowed to do that. Like, Pokemon had Randolph take out the Poke from his name. He used to be Pokerand, and now it's just Rand cards. Because they didn't want him to be called Pokerand, because Poke is their legal... Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Dependent on the card itself, it's just a specific company. Yeah, I hear you. I do hear you. But I think vintage cards in Ace slabs look weird. I don't think that should be a thing. I think vintage cards deserve, like... Tag or PSA or Beckett, because you want it to look prestigious because it's super old, you know. It's weird, but it's like everything about it should look vintage, not just the card and the artlet. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. Super interesting message. Who's that from? Oh, what the heck? That's just on the YouTube Instagram. Didn't expect that. Bulba nope. Vintage equals classic. Yeah, right. I don't know. There's something about that. Like I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's also bred through the idea of like I wouldn't want to see like a super awesome vintage painting in like a super modern frame. Do you know what I mean? I'd want to see a super like in like a super beautiful and old, like prestigious looking frame, you know? You found your Gallade as well as 2 Dark Vaporeon, and Dark Charmeleon, and like 4 Pikachu from base set. That's awesome. You have the first edition Dark Flareon. Also awesome. That's so sick. You guys have some cool Pokemon cards. Meow, 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 meow. Nope. You had a 5th Pikachu somewhere from base set and a Raichu. That's awesome. Takes away the flair. Yeah, well, I don't know. It just takes away some of the charm. Bulbasaur is your turn. Yes, it is. It is very much my choice. Do I want to give it a nickname? No, I do not, because it's not going to be shiny. Imagine a structured nickname in every single one. That would have been freaking yonkish. We'd be here forever. Your collection restarted with the Belly Bolt SR from Journey Together on the stream. That card is absolutely stunning. Do you know what? There's a Belly Bolt SIR from Ascended Heroes. Oh my god, the Pikachu from Ascended Heroes is my favorite Pikachu card of all time. Bar none. It's so cute. Oh, I keep pressing B. Okay, I need to get my flow on this, because okay, and then when I get here, I need to press B. I just got to make sure that I'm doing this right. And then I pick it, and then I spam B from here. Okay. I actually need to be more conscious of this, because I need to get this down. And then he takes his Charmander. And then this. Right, so I spam A until I'm past the point where I'm clicking into my save. And then I click B on the recap. And then I spam A to get the Bulba. Spam A to say yes. And then B to say no to the nickname. Any sets that are not worth it to collect according to some of you guys. Shrouded Fable! Sorry, Shrouded Fable sucks. Shrouded Fable is bum cheeks. I'm sorry, that says. It's got a very cool Duskull card. And it's got the Greninja and the Kingdra, which are both very sick. That's it. I think that set's bum cheeks. And the Greninja's a promo anyway. I'm not a shrouded guy, I can't lie. I just want there to be at least one crazy shit. Like, the reason Prismatic tickles me is because of the fact that even though you're not gonna hit, if you do hit, you hit big. It's like, if I hit, there's a very good chance I get an evolution that's worth 1 million, billion, trillion, gazillion pounds. You know what I mean? Hot take, I don't like Destined. I do. I could see why if you were into like especially cutesy cards, you wouldn't be into Destined, because Destined is more of a cool set than a cute set, you know? It's not like, oh my god, this is such a cute Pokemon. Like, Ascended Heroes is the perfect mix in my opinion, because it's got such cool cards, but it's also got such cute cards. Like, I'm a mixture of both. I like cool cards and I like cute cards, bro. Like, that Mewtwo card is absolutely sick. And I can appreciate that for what it is. But then also there's cards that are adorable, like the Pikachu from Ascended. And I'm like, that is very cute, and I can appreciate that as well. Do you know what I mean? I will say, see the Psyduck AR, again, just Ascended Heroes. See the Ascended Heroes Psyduck. Oh my god, bro. It's so sick. You have a Japanese 151 Mewtwo? Hell yeah. I've got a Japanese and an English 151 Mewtwo, actually. Got a Japanese Mewtwo SIR Ace 10 from Destined as well, actually. We bought that in at the last show. That's crazy. But he said Pikachu are just chubby. Yeah, but Pikachu in general was just chubby back then. That's just how he was. Yeah, Chankachu. No, Pudge. Pudge-kachu. Sure, what's up? Look at that Ascended Heroes cards, they're very cute, bro. The Pikachu. Wait, I need to hydrate. I don't have anything to hydrate with. I've drank all my water. Oh no. Oh no, you guys are gonna redeem hydrate and I can't hydrate. Ha! Boom. Nope. I'm grinding for a shiny Charmander right now. Yeah, I hear you. I'm doing this. We're on the same boat, my friend. We're on the same boat. You could have done opening Ascended Heroes. Yeah, I hear it. Should I do that now or wait a bit still? I mean, I'd wait a little bit. It's only gonna go down. Actually, Pokemon cards in general are going up quite a lot right now. Maybe. I mean, it's not how expensive is it? Is it a crazy expensive card? Posture check. That I can do. Oh. No shiny Bulba. You have a bunch of Lugias and Slabs, surprised a few 10s from older cards. That's awesome. Super sick. That's... Oh gosh. Currently streaming... Let me get back to this. Sorry, someone was asking for my advice and I'm like, goodness. It's about £60. I would... it's hard because, okay, I'm in two minds because Pokemon cards in general, because of Logan Paul and the 30th anniversary, are going up again. To a pretty dramatic extent. We've got 151 cards in there. Dude, we got so lucky. We got so lucky. We bought in 151 cards. We needed singles. A guy was walking past our stall early in the show on this Saturday, and he was like, "Hey, I've got some cards. I'm looking to sell. Are you open to a deal?" And I was like, "Sure, shows what you got." He opened up his binder. There was a lot of 151, and we bought a lot of, not a lot of, we bought like 10 151 cards, and then in the last week, 151 has exploded in price. The Blastoise that we bought in at £75 sticker price is now worth £160. The Pikachu that we bought at 45 is now 80. We've got the Charmeleon, we've got the Charmander, we've got the Squirtle, we've got two of the Blastoises, we've got the Venusaur, and they've all dramatically increased in price. Not everything is going down, not everything is going up. What I would say with the scary thing is most Pokemon cards are going up right now, but Ascended Heroes, because it's the new set, is still just all over the place. It's going to be so volatile. It's just going to be all over the shop. My advice would be... Oh, it's so hard to say. I don't even know if I'd wait. Yo, let me put the Bulbas farther away so that you can actually see the... Because I feel bad that, like, the notifications are getting overruled by the Bulbas. Not the Bulbas! Bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-da-bum. I want those Corbo cards. Me too. I can be your hero, Corbo. What set is that Sylveon from? The one that I've got. You mean this? This? Oh, you can't even frickin' look at the lighting. It's bum cheeks. Focus, please. No. Okay, whatever. This is from Prismatic Evolution. Ba 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 ba. You going for slabs, now you're obsessed. I prefer slabs to singles personally, because it's like, see with slabs, you can actually just like actually have them as like pieces of art in your house. Whereas, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like having a cool binder. I will still have like a cool collection within the binders, but it's like you have to go out of your way. It's like a photo album. You have to go out of your way to like look at it. Whereas with slabs, you can just have them out. They're kind of already framed cards. Do you know what I mean? Ducks go in my binder. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's a cool way to do it, is have an interesting PC that stays within a binder. Like for me, it'll be the Gen 3 thing. And then if I finish Gen 3, then it might just be a 1025. Like collecting one cool card for every Pokemon that exists. Oh, yo, Max! Oh, finally, a Sadist Fire run. Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's Sadist FireRed run. This is going to be horrible, Max. This is going to take Yonkies. I didn't even see that Max was in chat there. That's dumb. Sorry about that. Brought him down to 2 times over odds for Zapdos. Am I cooked? Yes, you were cooked about half of your odds ago. Space Griffin, how's it going? Hope you're doing swell. You've missed exactly nothing. See, that's the beauty of this concept. If someone goes, oh my god, I'm late, what have I missed? You've missed me pressing a random button sequence and then resetting when it's not the green guy. Chemical Suns, thank you for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate it. Big love. Big love. Oh, it's going to take a long time. See, on the day of release, I watched... What was his name? Oh, he's a really good YouTuber. I forgot his name now. Eternal Radiant. I watched his stream. And brother got the shiny in, like, no time. He got it in, like, 2 hours. I was like, you maniac! That was crazy! No! Oh, I thought maybe I could scare the Bulba into existing, but I didn't do it. Okay. Well, I can try. I can try my very best. Well, that's heartbreaking. I just got a notification. I'm going to be fully transparent with you guys. I just got a notification on my phone, right, that I got a match on a dating app, and then I went on and there wasn't a match, which means that they unmatched me. Sorry. What? Anyway. I'm doing well. I'll leave read Nuzlocke. Heck yeah! I'm doing a shiny only FireRed Nuzlocke, and that is gonna suck bottoms. Many bottoms. It's gonna be unfortunate. Your mum just said, I see why you're single. Dude, listen, Harley. I'm in the same boat. Also, for your mum to say that when you're like 15, that is a wild thing to say as a mother. I see why you're still single when you're 15. I swear, are you not 15? I swear you're 15. Something like that. Sorry, I shouldn't be flinging ages. Bad chat. Don't talk to strangers on the internet. But that's a wild thing. But I don't think that's reductive. Adam is the GOAT. Adam is the GOAT. Do you know what? Your username makes me feel good about myself, and I appreciate that. Have you tried Gabe's butt method? Alternatively, well, I'm always... Nah, it's okay. Listen, I'm just here. You should try out Breeze in that case. No talking, just meeting up for a drink. My dad's already like, you should get back on the apps while being single for less than 2 months. That is impressive. I might try. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of like... Because the thing is, I've got this weird tactic now that weirdly works. Where if I match with someone on a dating app, I don't do too much talking, but I'll make sure that we either phone call or FaceTime quite soon after we match. Because that, in my opinion, is how I get like a tester gauge of someone. It's like, in my eyes, that's how I'll get to know someone, like on a level of like, do I want to hang out with this person? I know that's a weird thing to say. You failed a shiny Charmander while doing that. That is wildly unfortunate. I'm like 85% confident that I wouldn't. That would make me unmatch. What would? Like wanting to FaceTime soon after. What would make you unmatch? I don't want to see you for at least 2 weeks. Yeah, that would make me unmatch. But that's where we're different. Like for me, I'm not about that. All you gotta say when you match someone is, I got an idea. What? What do you say after that? You get a reply every single time. Yeah, but then what? What's the idea? What should my idea be? Do you know what? Gabe's friend used to have a wild amount of success on dating apps by just messaging girls, "You're hot, let's collab." Which, like, it's just... Oh, yeah, so funny, bro. It's also woman versus man thought process. I disagree entirely. I'm gonna disagree with that wholeheartedly. I have FaceTimed many a stranger by doing that, and I think you get a gauge of what someone is really like, because the way that someone portrays themselves over text is almost never the way that they portray themselves when they're chatting. The way I see it, I don't think it's woman versus man anything. I think it's just personality type and the way that I like to go about it. Because for me, it's like, I would love to chat to you and see what you're like, and how would it be if we were to meet, do you know what I mean? Rather than going and meeting up with the obligation and calling it a date, which puts even more pressure on it, because it's like, you're not just meeting a stranger with no obligation that if you click with, it's like, hey, we click, we should be friends. Or, hey, we click, we should maybe see if we can pursue this. FaceTime at least gives you the option to know if you click, whereas if you're dating completely blind and then you meet someone just after texting, what it is through text will never ever portray what it's like in person. People have gotten so good at texting now, and almost no one is the same over text as they are in person. And for me, it's all about human connection. When I'm dating someone, I generally text the way I talk. Yeah, I get you, but it's not really about the way you talk. It's a weird thing to say. But yeah, I guess someone's demeanor over text, not in the actual terminology itself, and not in like the references, and not in like the mannerisms, but the demeanor over text is always different to the way that someone's demeanor is in person. Not always. I'd say like 90% of the time. And for me, I've gone on so many awkward dates that don't need to be awkward, but they're awkward because the other person is not coded in the same way as me. There's a lot of people on this earth that are like, I am shy until you get to know me. Dating as a woman is scary. Dating as a man is scary. Don't get me wrong. Dating as a woman is probably more scary. Absolutely. Like, men are horrible creatures. But I've gone on many bad dates that I think I'd say more recently than ever, I've gone on more dates where it's like, the person that I'm going on a date with isn't interested in me. They're interested in the image of being with me. If you look at the actual like piece of the puzzle, is like a lot of people see a singer who has like almost 1 million followers total or whatever the hell, and that's the image that they want to date. They don't want to date me for me. So it's like I've gone on many crappy dates because the girl that I'm going on a date with wants the lifestyle that I can provide. Not do you know what I mean? Not even the lifestyle that I can provide, because it's wildly like, it looks like I'm doing so much better than I am. So it's quite funny. But the thing is with FaceTime is you get a gauge of the like, for me, I believe I'm quite good at reading people. So if I'm like calling someone, I feel like for me that gives me a gauge of who they are as a person. And if there's chemistry there, you can actually like gauge chemistry over the phone for sure, in my eyes. So then it's like, hey, do I want to go on a date with this person? It's kind of like in my opinion, it's like the dating world's version of meeting someone in an organic situation, like going to a coffee shop and just bumping into a stranger. Oh, you've got nice shoes, and then meeting that way, you know? I don't know, dude. Dating in general is scary, to be honest. It's no better on the LGBT side. LGBT plus side, sorry. Everyone's struggling. I hear you. Weirdly, 2 of my closest friends in the world are gay, and they are having the time of their lives. Jack and John are both, sorry, just two of my closest friends. In fact, do you know what? I was actually speaking to Rue today. We went for a coffee, and he's also the same. Just having the time of their lives, just swimming through men. And I'm like, how are any of you doing this? How are any of you doing this? How are all of you? The fact that all of you are doing it is crazy. But what? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. But to be fair, they all are. They're all like hyper attractive. So I guess it makes sense. Pretty privilege in that. I don't. Yeah, I don't get that. The Super BKB, how's it going? I noticed that dating as a bi woman, you mostly find unicorn hunters, or the girls do not respond after a while when you try to meet up. To be honest, Nicole, see my advice. If you're an outward facing person, if you are an extrovert by default, which I definitely am, if you're an extrovert, bro, my opinion is just ask to FaceTime, dude. You can gauge someone so much better, and the way that I like someone over like, I could find someone so dry over text, but love their demeanor in person because they're just not a phone person. I'm not a phone person. I don't like texting at all. Lepsy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Big love. But you know what I mean? Nah, I mean, chat. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm trying to make my point make sense, but I don't know. What's a unicorn hunter? I guess someone who wants someone who is bisexual. Because they're the most rare. I don't know. Are they? I don't know. That's what my guess was on context. I'm an extrovert. Like I was talking to Ears Off Your Manager in Cologne. That's what I like, Nicole, see, to be honest, like, I felt that way, but I didn't want to presume that. I didn't want to go, oh, you are an extrovert. Because, you know, maybe you're an outward-facing introvert who is, like, very good at conducting sort of the social behaviors that you need to out in public. You know what I mean? I don't want to place that thing on you. But in saying that, Nicole, maybe try and give it a shot. If you match with someone and you genuinely find them attractive, open it up. Open up the door. Say, hi, I find you wildly attractive and I would love to FaceTime to get to know you a little bit better. It's one, such a compliment to someone, and two, it's like, hey, it really proves that you mean You mean it. It's not just matching with someone on a dating app for self-validation, which is what dating apps are now. No one ever meets up anymore. It's really sad. But that's why I'm like so against... I'm not so against the apps, but it's just like... You just can't gauge it. It's just not a real... It's weird. I just wish I could meet someone organically. I mean, who knows? I've been climbing a lot more. And weirdly, as I was saying, in the climbing gym today, there was just a wildly pretty girl working there. I've never seen her there before. I was like, whoa, you're so pretty. But I didn't want to say that because she was at work and I was climbing. I didn't want to make her uncomfortable. But I didn't even get her name. Which I feel like I understepped because I didn't even get her name. But I just didn't want to... I did that because I didn't want to overstep, so I overthought it. But yeah. And I think if you approach someone, either on a dating app or in person, in a super respectful way, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're not, like, objectifying. Hey, yo, you're fine, yeah? That's kind of... You look pretty thick, you know? You look good around my... What am I trying to say? What's it? Around my what? Not around my waist.
Space Griffin 78,
Space Griffin!
tip £20.
Why did that notification not come through the sound thing? I'm so sorry that I did not hear that. However, thank you so much for that donor. That means the absolute world. And it's through the tip link! Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Spaced Griffin. I just said Nicole, that's not true. Let me go Spaced. Thank you, Spaced Griffin. I'm going to write that down because right now you're technically winning. I'm doing it where the highest donor gets a starter whenever we get the shinies. Whenever we do get a starter eventually. But yeah. It's so difficult to find someone at my age, especially in my area, because there's no one that's not a wannabe gangster. Do you know what? Take it easy, man. At your age, there is no rush. Also, do you know what I'll say? There's one thing I've been single my whole life. I'm grateful that I was single through that age, because it's such a malleable age. I will say this with chess, no matter how developed you are, at that age, you are not who you're gonna be. You are not your final form yet. And starting to date someone before you've reached your final form means that you're going to be growing into yourself in spite of someone else. You're going to be painting a picture of who you want to be and building yourself into an individual based on not just who you want to be, but who someone else wants you to be. And that sucks. Genuinely. I just skip the BS and go straight to hand holding. You get it, Lepsy. That's how you should. Excuse me, want to hold hands? That is the smoothest thing ever. That's... Hell yeah. Although, you should probably preface it rather than just going straight for the handhold. Nothing like a good early heartbreak to build you up. To be fair, I've never had that, but I've been built up anyway. In 3 weeks. What's the in 3 weeks? What are you talking about? What do you mean? Compliments about eye smell or something they can choose themselves, like cool clothes, tattoos, or funny conversations is always better when seeing someone when seeing if someone is interested in starting a conversation, either to eventually ask them for their name or number or to ask them about it. I have absolutely no idea. I don't overthink it like that. I just pick something that I think, or sometimes I'll just be like, hi, what's your name? What's your situation? Cause you're pretty. But that's only if I'm hyper confident, which is very rare. I'm confident sometimes. Dang it. I saw a really cool thing today on Instagram. My friend made a video and his point was awesome. He said that he's been feeling very behind in life until he heard a quote, and the quote was, if it's not even a quote, it's just like a perception, a thought process and a way to look at life, right? If you were to count your day, if you were to look at your life, as a 24-hour day, at 26 years old, it's only like, I think it's like 8:45 in the morning. If my whole life was a 24-hour day, where I am right now in life is 8:45 in the morning. Do you know what I mean? I think that made everything feel so much less daunting. And the fact that, like, in a lot of ways, and I'm not going to talk about it publicly because I've not even talked about it behind, you know, closed doors. There's a lot of change that is happening in my life and that will be happening in my life over the next... I've made like 4 really big decisions. Like, internally, I've been journaling every day. I've made like 4 really big decisions that will make my 2026 pandemonium. In a lot of ways. It's going to be a it's going to be a very unsure time for me. And that's by choice. And weirdly, that felt so scary because I was like, but I'm 26. Why am I starting again? You know? But it's one of those things I'm kind of looking at it going, see now that the whole, that just weird that thought process came into my head and I was like, dude, that feels good. Shiny hunting and relationships 101. Yeah, I don't know how we got so freaking... Yeah, we went a bit astray. Uncertain times are the best, makes you aware, and it makes you feel alive, bro. Like, nothing's that deep. I am a tiny speckle in the universe. I am a nothing. My problems aren't that big, and I get to go and exist in a really weird little... I get to go and be awkward for a bit and find myself more and be more present in the fact that I'm uncomfortable. I think that's an awesome opportunity. I'll get to learn myself. Bum ba bum bum ba ba ba. Can I have a bright green Boba, please? Oh my god, it's only been an hour 20. Chat. I'm not gonna lie here. Do you know what as well? See with the counter, I reckon I've only seen like 50 of these. I don't even think I've seen 50 of these. I think I've seen like 20 of these. I'm gonna count how long it takes to see 5. What the hell? Oh, do you want to give an 8 or not? How many Pokemon TCG sets are released per year? I think they release one every like 2 months. Surely we've seen 50. Do you know what? After we look at this one, okay, I'm gonna go from the reset and I'm just gonna time it. Okay, I'm timing it now. I'm timing it to see how long it takes to see one. Like, not just to see one, but to see one and then reset again. I just want to see. Oh, I just pressed the nickname, which is wasting a bit of time. To see one what? To see one Bulbasaur, because I'm shiny hunting right now, Lepsy. What I'm doing is astronomically boring, but I'm essentially just resetting the game, hoping for... Nope, that's 29 seconds. It took me 29 seconds per encounter. Well, me too. So I reckon we've probably... okay, yeah, we've probably seen like... We've probably seen like 100 then. Maybe more. Okay, that's the thing. Oops. I keep pressing the thing. Yo, what's good? Hi, Shays AFK, how you doing? How's it going? So far we've got 3 donuts, so we do have... Can I just say 1 in 8,192? Yes. Why did you say that? What do you mean? Oh, because we've only seen like 100. Do you know what? We've seen more than I thought. How much the games to download on the Switch 1? I don't know about Switch 1. On the Switch 2 is £17. It's so much cheaper than I thought. I mean, I know it's just a 1-to-1 of the old games, but it's 17 quid. Which I was like, yeah. I expected them to do the Pokemon thing and charge us £1 million for it. Have to remortgage a house just to play FireRed and Leaf Green. Meow, 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 meow. What did Gabe just buy for 2 quid at Tesco? You're at 315 soft resets for Ibwa. Respect. You got really lucky with Bulbasaur coming within a few hours, but Magikarp's taken me several days to shiny hunt and I still won't have it. I believe in you guys. I believe in all of you. I believe in Malcolm. That's what my friend used to think that song was. You know the song that goes, I believe in miracles. He used to think it said, I believe in Malcolm. Which I was like, who the hell's Malcolm? Who's Malcolm, bro? Why do you believe in specifically Malcolm? Who is Malcolm? Oh. Give up today after 4 boxes. Hardly 4 boxes. That's like 36 to 90. That's like 120 Pokemon. That's like nothing. 4 boxes is nothing for Masuda hunting, dude. You gotta, if you're gonna, thing is, if you're gonna commit, you gotta commit. It's one of them ones. I got bored. Listen. That's part of life. You gotta learn to be bored. You'll go again tomorrow. Oh, right. I thought that's you saying that you were quitting. When you said I stopped at 4, I thought you meant like that's you stopped. Hello, Shadow Panda. for today. Yeah, that's valid. Took you a week to hatch a shiny Lapras, you have to commit. Purple Lapras, be very cool. Took you over 1,000 eggs to get Komala. I found an accidental full odds Komala. It had like a, I was just looking at it going, why is your log like a milk bottle? That can't be right. Something's up. Then I walked into it and it sparkled, and I was like, whoa, that was crazy. Komala's a cool Pokemon. I like that Pokemon. Komala! Komala! It looks like it's holding the Moo Milk. I know! You found an accidental full odds Regirock. Excuse me? You found an accidental full odds Regirock. That is absolutely ridiculous. Leaf Green's 21.39. I mean, listen, all I'll say is 21.39 isn't, I mean, obviously I don't know your financial situation, but I don't think you'll, like, in the long term of life, I don't think you'll look back and miss the $21.39 that it costs. Don't get me wrong, I am not the poster child for good financial decisions. However, I would say that that's not a bad enough one that, like, you'll get joy out of it. You'll get $21.39 worth of joy from it. I think. Right? This one's shiny, I can smell it. Oops. My sense of smell is bad. I've been hunting for a shiny Bulbasaur for a week now in Leaf Green. Have you been counting encounters? I wonder if I'll find mine before you find yours. Because technically, Winston, do you know the crazy thing about that? Is even though you've been hunting for longer, Guru Twist Day, they'll give you the follow. Even though you've been hunting for considerably longer than me, the weird thing about it is that it just does not matter. Because every single one Bulbasaur has a 1 in 8,192 odds. Which means it doesn't matter whether it's you or me hunting. Just one of us is going to get it. One of the times. Hunting for longer doesn't increase your odds of the next one. That's the wild thing. So you never know. I could get a shiny Bulba. Right now! Oh. 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 Why did I decide to do this? Why did I do this? Why am I doing this? Why did I decide to do this? Am I a silly guy? I might be. Because you're a glutton for punishment. But whatever could I be punishing myself for? Not even 90 minutes in, you're already questioning it. Yeah. 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 You have faith that I'll find it before you because I'm just better. There isn't really a better or worse. This takes absolutely zero skill. That's the thing. There's nothing to be better or worse at. It's just... Oops, luck. Guys, I can't hydrate. Look, I've already hydrated to the max. I've hydrated maxing. I've hydrate maxing. You know how people have been like life maxing? I'm hydrated. I did a hydrate, guys. But now I've got nothing left to hydrate with. I'm dry. Oops. Gabe's the better shiny hunter though, we've established this. No, Gabe's just the better shiny catcher. I saw the title of this, was about to say, why do you choose to do this? And apparently you don't know either. Yeah, honestly, Kelly, do you know what the real reason is? I think it's because I was doing Pokopia and it got way less viewers in than normal. And I wasn't growing and I wasn't getting any donos and I wasn't getting any, like, new members and stuff. So it was actually hurting the channel more than helping. So I thought, I'll do less of that and I'll do something else on the side. So I'm going to do it still for the video, and I still really enjoy Pokopia. I'm still going to play it a lot, but people just haven't been, you know, it's not been resonating in the same way as my usual stuff. So I was just like, screw it, let's do this. Having a counter would be interesting because we have seen many a Bulba. It would be nice to know how many we're at. It would be hecka nice to know. I'll have it for the next stream. Dum dum do good. I don't know if I understand these. I really want to try and set up this counter thing. But I just don't think I'm going to be able to set it up, like... yeah, because I'll have to restart OBS for it. Cool. Yeah, I can't do it today. I'm immensely enjoying Pokopia. Yeah, me too. I've been really enjoying it, but... It's just like, people apparently, like, when I stream it, it's not going too well, but that's okay. I think that's mostly because people don't want to be spoiled. But then, I don't know, because other creators are doing it and getting loads and loads of viewers. I don't know. Da-ga-dum-dum. Why did I just reset over? But watch that one have been the shiny. That one would have been shiny. That's unfortunate. This Pokemon's really quite energetic, don't you think, lads? You've been playing Pokopia along with the videos of It's amazing so far. Thanks for the words. You're very welcome. Thanks for enjoying them. The gentlemanly Geodude avatar is awesome. Dude, that's my mascot. Gentle Dude. Comedy. But yeah, that's been my YouTube name for yonkies. For absolutely yonkies. Yeah. That's... Do you know what? It's really weird because I came up with it in like no time, and everyone on YouTube who's like found Gentle Dude, like all the creators. See, when I spoke to PM7 for the first time, when I spoke to like Copa and Tavi and stuff for the first time, everyone's been like, yo, the branding's amazing. I'm like, well, I didn't even think about it. It was just funny. I just thought, hey. You know? It's original. It is original. That's because one thing that I really wanted to do when I joined like the YouTube space was have a mascot that nobody would ever think to have. I wanted a mascot that isn't cool because everyone had such cool mascots like Azumarill and Charmander. Like, oh, my camera just insta died. Why did it do that? That was silly. But yeah, everyone had such cool mascots, and I was like, nah, I want to have a silly one. I want a bad one. Shady's a freaking Delibird. Yeah, Shady's... Don't get me wrong, there are exceptions. I'm not saying everyone has a cool mascot. But most people did. Should I choose Charmander one time? Imagine. Then just accidentally get a shiny charm. Oh my god, I'd get a shiny charm. Wait, that's hilarious. I can make a video called How to Get the Shiny Charm in Pokemon Fire Red Leaf Green. Because... I'll kick a prime sub for Gentle Dude. Let's go! Let's go! Guru Twisty! Thank you so much for the prime sub. Big love. I appreciate that. That means the world. That's very kind of you. For the Gentle Dude! Let's go. That's funny. That is sheer comedy. How to get the shiny charm Fire Red Leaf Green but I have to complete the whole Pokédex as shiny? Nah. Because you just get a shiny Charmander and that's it. Just shiny charm. Listen, I didn't lie. It's a shiny charm. You're tagging most spaces Oddish related. I did. So many people have asked me If you could have a Pokemon in real life, who would you have? My answer has remained Oddish, because imagine having an Oddish. Boss man, I hath news. What news do you have? Why do you want Bulba so bad? Because it's... What do you mean? I'm not sure what you're asking. Have we actually been keeping track of resets? No. Nope. Nope, oops. Nope, oops. No poops. What? That's Gas Harley. That's awesome. I'd fight you for the audition. Nah, you wouldn't be able to find me. Why don't you pick Squirtle or Demander? Because canonically, Bulbasaur is the best in this game, and I'm doing a hardcore Nuzlocke, so I'm going for utility over everything. Bulbasaur will be better in the Nuzlocke format than Squirtle or Charmander. And that's what I need. So I will be using a Bulba. Meow, 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 meow. Oddish is a poison type. Is Oddish a poison type already? I thought Oddish was grass and then it evolves into a poison type. Am I cabbage? Oddish. Whoa, that's crazy. But he's also so cute, bro. Oddish is such a cute Pokemon. Oddish is categorically adorable. I kind of just want a photo of an Oddish on the screen now, but I'm not going to do it because it would be completely pointless. It would translate to exactly nothing. We got a hype train. Oh my god. Hype train going chat. Oh my god. Oddish is adorable. Just be careful when handling. No. I'll handle it like a freaking... What do you call those little sacks that people kick around? What are the... Hacky sack? His cry in the anime is really cute. I don't think I know Oddish's cry in the anime. Let's find out. I've got time, don't I? Because I'm going to be here for the next 3 to 5 working days. Oddish. Oddish. Anime cry. What? It definitely wasn't that. That was very quiet. Okay, I need to hear on it. Go
Water gun now! Now that's the way to spray! Tackle it, Stormy!
Gen 1 anime was crazy, bro. Have you guys seen the forbidden Pokemon card of Misty? It's crazy. My friend has it. I saw it in person. It was weird. It's like, whoa, Misty's naked on a Pokemon card for some reason. I don't know why they did that. You know? That's not a field chat. I've got it. I bet you do only dance. I mean, yeah. If the shoe fits. Hell yeah. Come on, Dad. I do love the... listen. Fair play, girl boss your way to high heavens, but I am actually quite... I'm mega in favor of the fact that there's a company that is now in final negotiation with OnlyFans, and it's an app called Quitter, which is in final negotiation to buy OnlyFans. They're in the final like thingies of their deal, and they only want to buy it so that they can completely shut it down. They're spending millions millions and millions and millions to shut down OnlyFans. Which, yes. Right? I think that's a great... I am so in favor of it. It's the addiction. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Like, so many... Yeah, it's a... I don't know. It's just wild. I think... That was like... a massive fatal collapse in society. No one can shut down OnlyDance, but then my name won't work. Do you know what? It just means that your name will be vintage. It's just out of print. You're resetting like half a sec after seeing them on. Be careful. Nah, I've got eyes. Watch me completely cook myself after saying that. No, I'm trust me, I know what I'm looking for very specifically, and I have been a gamer my whole life. I'm really bigging myself up to not mess this up, but then I'm probably gonna end up messing this up. Sorry. You're making me nervous now! Oh, don't do that! I can do this. Oh, you're making me scared now. The border is how I check. What? The border is easy to spot. What? What? What do you mean the border? What do you mean? What? What? I sound like a Fall Guys. What? Does that not... What? The whole square background turns blue instead of purple. What? What? What do you mean? The border of the Pokemon turns... Oh! Really? I'm gonna be looking out for that now. Really? There's no way I've never noticed that. Yeah, Dan, I did kind of... I don't know why that made the video. I don't know why that made the final cut, but it did. I was just angry at you because you sent me a thing of you catching the Beldum in a beast ball before me. And I was like, why would you do that, man? That's wild. You hurt my feelings. You hurt my feelings. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I received Charmander. You broke your Pokeball only rule just to spite me. Why? When did I lose control here? When did you guys stop seeing me as an authority figure? What happened? Where did that line get crossed? That sucks. You man move funny. You man move weird. I don't know if I like it. Listen, yeah, that's kind of crazy. Strike. What, against Dan? Boom, shiny, I lied. Wait, so the starter one actually goes... Does that happen here as well? Pfizer, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Bye, Harley. Get nuked. Ain't nobody love me better. The water confuses me. Why? Were you ever an authority figure? Aren't you more like a bard or a court jester? I don't know. What am I? Hydrate. I don't have anything. I don't have any water though. I've finished my water. I should be drinking even more water though. Get a drink, nerd. My camera. What the heck? Do you want to give me a nickname? No. I'll get a drink after I finish stream, because I don't think I'll be live for a crazy amount. I think I'll be alive for another 45 minutes or so. How weird is that my camera thinks it's dead, and then it will just turn on again, and then it'll be on for ages again. It's so weird that happens. Did I just get scammed out my 100 points? No, I'll get a drink, whatever. I'll do it. I'll be back in a sec then. Okay, I shall hydrate. There you go. Hydrated. Hydrated. Very much so. Yum, yum, yum. Water. Many hydrates. Delicious. Hydrate. Or dihydrate. Am I right? Hydrate. Want to give a nickname? No, I would not. Dum 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 dum. No shiny bulbs for today, but that is okay. I'm gonna try. Find a one again. How many do we reckon we've seen? Probably quite a lot, right? I reckon we've seen at least 5. Probably. Nope. Funny thing is that mods can approve if all of these things happen or not. If we're not satisfied with the amount of hydration, you get your points back. Why? Why do you guys love to make me pee? That sucks. Oh my gosh. My bag. Just Christ. It depends. What kind of pole is it, Uncle Bones? Wow. I'm just here to serve the community. I did not make up the rule. I don't know. I don't know. Dim dum dum dum. Shiny. Nope. You're looking to see if every Pokemon is someone's favorite. No. I don't think every single Pokemon is someone's favorite. The thing is, like, see when people bring up Pokemon, they go, oh, I like that. That's not what you're asking. It's, is that Pokemon your favorite? Canonically, and you're not just saying it to be weird. I actually think that Bruxish is someone's favorite. I think it would have to be it's not about, like, bad Pokemon. I think it would be forgettable Pokemon that wouldn't be anyone's favorite. I think... Who do I think is no one's favorite? The middle stage of Electros. Who's like hyper forgettable? Who is super forgettable? Who's a mildly forgettable Pokemon? Thing is, I could see Muck being people's favorite as well. Unpheasant. Unpheasant. Or even like Tranquil. There's no way Tranquil is someone's favorite. Right? Dragalge for sure? Nah, dude. That's incorrect. Dragalge has a mega evolution. There's no way. It's definitely not Dragalge. Unpheasant's a good shout. Smoochum? Nah, dude. Jinx has caused too much controversy over its time. I don't think Smoochum's forgettable enough. I like Unpheasant. That wasn't the question, though. The question isn't, do you like Unpheasant? It's, is it your favorite? Maractus! The miraculous cactus! Nah, I can see Maractus being someone's favorite as well. Licky Licky! That Pokemon's gross. Licky Licky freaks me out. Actually, Licky Licky might not be anyone's favorite. There's no way. I mean, it might be just because of the name. Licky Licky! Sorry. Finneon. Gorbus or Hunter? Maybe. Maybe a regional form? Nah, dude, if a Pokemon got a regional form, then it's not forgettable. Like, because that's what made it not forgettable. The fact that it got a regional form. Maybe though, yeah. Do you know what? I'm gonna take that back. Because, like, a Lowland Graveler. Whose favorite Pokemon is a Lowland Graveler? Like, actually though. I don't think Gorbis and Huntail is one that can work because of the fact that they're counterparts. I just don't think that does. I don't think that's good enough. I don't think that's like... Grobio? That's a starter! That's a wild take! I think there's a few Pokemon that we're missing. I think there's Pokemon that if I was to... Tadbulb? Who likes B-Barrel? So many people, bro. If you've watched the anime in Gen 4, there's a really, really sick episode where B-Barrel learns how to chop, like, bricks with his teeth, and it becomes like a ninja B-Barrel, and it becomes like the ultimate B-Barrel, and it's like a sick quest to go from, like, the worst B-Barrel to the best B-Barrel. Yeah, a lot of people will like it for that reason. That episode made me really like B-Barrel. And B-Barrel has a really cute Pokemon card, like a really, really cute Pokemon card. No one could really like Nosepass, but see, because it's such a gimmick, I feel like it can't be a Pokemon with such a strong gimmick. Remoraid might be a shout, you know. Remoraid might be a shout, you know. Remoraid might be a shout. Even like Mantine's kind of pointless. I think anyone's favourite Pokemon is Golbat. Tailo, not Swellow. I will... Right, listen, I'm a Gen 3 baby, so I'm gonna... The reason that I'm saying no to that is because of the fact that I really like Tailo and Swellow. Like... Swadloon, again, played a really big part in the anime. So I'm just like, I don't know. Love Disc. Love Disc, weirdly, because of its gimmick and because of how bad it is super well known. So I think, and because of what it is, I think it... Alomomola, maybe. Maybe Vanillish is like middle form. Vanillish? How about Darmanitan Zen mode? Ah, but then if people like Daruma dolls, then maybe not. But then Darumaka and Darmanitan are right there, though. Like, Darmanitan Zen mode specifically? No, we're not talking favourite, Scrippin. We're talking about, like, our least favourite. Jill, thank you!
Jill O'Connell tipped £10. Hello again. I have a question. I am Nuzlocking Leaf Green and I want to ask, would you consider Articuno as a static encounter or not, and also between Slowbro and Lapras, who would you choose as a water type? I am torn. Any advice welcome.
Sure.
Love you all, less than 3.
You too, Jill. Big love. Thank you so much for the dono. I'm actually going to change the name on your dono to 20, so you're actually back in the lead for the starter, which is amazing. Thank you so much. I would say Lapras is so bulky and learns a lot of moves that are phenomenal for the Nuzlocke format, such as Parasol. Lapras is very bulky. The thing is, in a Nuzlocke, having bulk is astronomically important on your team as a whole. I would argue if you're Nuzlocking it, out of Slowbro and Lapras, I would take Lapras all day, every day. Articuno being static is kind of on everyone's game kind of thing. That's like a how would you play it. For me, the way I'm going to do it with the static birds is if I get a shiny in that area, I'm not going to get the static bird in that area. However, I could repel my nip so that I can get, well, not even repel my nip, just repel, so I can get to, so I can go and get to the bird. Like that's what I'm presumably gonna do for Zapdos, unless there's an encounter in there that I'm like, actually that would be amazing and I can manipulate for it, like Magnemite maybe, because it's a steel type and steel types are busted, especially Gen 1. Wait, yeah, I don't know. Difficult to say. Yeah, I don't know. But, we need a moose Pokemon. Tinglu. Is Tinglu not a moose? Come on, bro. Don't disrespect my boy. Don't disrespect Tinglu, bro. Tinglu's sick. He's a Pokemon and a fruit bowl in one. He's perfect. How many Pokemon are also fruit bowls? I mean, who would realistically like Gurder or Clang? I like Gurder because he's adorable in Pokopia. Also, he's so veiny. Gurder, if you squint, just looks like a phallus. Cereal bowl. Ah! Tinglu is small though. What? Buffalon is least forgettable. No, the heck it's not, bro. It's in the anime quite intensely, and it's got an SIR in the TCG. It's got it's got like pretty much the highest rarity of Pokemon card. It's not forgettable. It's not forgettable. Buffalon is not on that list. Buffalon doesn't even hit like top 50. There's no way. Gurda's the middle stage one, that's what I thought that. Yeah, but I just think Gurda... Yeah, nah, I don't know. It's so difficult to say because they've given so many Pokemon so much attention that I'm just like, I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore, bro. I genuinely don't even know. Categorically, no idea. Couldn't even... I just don't know. So many Pokemon have SIRs at the moment. You can't count that. Yes, I can. SIRs! Yeah, I can. So many Pokemon have illustration rares, not SIRs, bro. In a set, there's only like... How many SIRs can you get out of the set that you get the Buffalon? Probably like 7? 8? Nah, there'll be more. It'll be like 15, but still, that's not many. No, it'll be less than that. It might be 7 or 8, you know. I'm actually going to Google this. How many SIRs in Black Bolt and White Flare? 7%. So there's only 7 of them in each set, and one of those slots was given to Buffalon. Nah, dude. Buffalon doesn't hit that list. Not a chance. 7 or 8 for each set as well. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not many at all. I don't know. It's also very sick SIR. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to say, man. Pokemon are good at giving Pokemon attention. I don't know, dude. Ferroseed? Pineco, maybe? How about them? Sawsbuck? No, not Sawsbuck. What's the other one? Stantler? How about Stantler? No, because it got weird here. Chat, this is a really difficult thing. I can't figure this out. C-Dot. It can't be C-Dot because C-Dot evolves into Nuzleaf, and the term Nuzlocke is named after Nuzleaf. Like, it can't be C-Dot. C-Dot is excluded from this conversation. You love Bramblin? That's a wild Pokemon to love. Loving Bramblin is wild. Does Bramblin even have a face? That's sick though. That's a... Do you know what? That's a niche Pokemon to love, and I love that you love it. I think that's cool. That's a cool one. I love Geodude. Who loves Geodude? Yo! Grindy! Thank you so much for the party of 14 raid. Let's go. Big dub. No cap. Ew. Big love. I am currently doing something that I don't know why I'm doing it. I'm doing a hardcore Nuzlocke of Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green using only shiny Pokemon, full odds, so it's going to take me 3 to 5 working years to complete. So, you know, that's going to be fun. But yeah, thanks so much for the raid. Big love. Appreciate that. Your boy, I'll make sure that I will return the favor at some point in the near future. I will do my very, very best. Guys, if you don't know me from the raid, my name's Gentledude. I'm a YouTuber. I've got like 90,000 subscribers. I play Pokemon at the ripe age of 26. What else do I do? I play Pokemon in it. That's what I do. I've got a funny accent. I'm canonically above 6 foot, which makes me more desirable to subscribe to. I fully don't even know how to... What's your elevator pitch? I have no idea. It's just a big cluster of Pokemon plus words plus not really sure what I'm trying to say right now. Anyway, I love your accent. Thank you. I think it swings the pendulum very... I think my accent is phenomenal because of the fact that it swings the pendulum. It's like Marmite. You either love it or you hate it. And there's no people who are like, yeah, his accent's alright. I think it makes me super unique because who sounds like this? I've got such a weird accent. And so with that comes great responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Funny Scottish man tell joke. That's kind of my whole bit. Is just like over-exaggerated comedy with a funny accent. Over-exaggerated dad jokes specifically with a funny accent. And I'm marginally okay at Pokemon. And that's about... And it sings or raps sometimes. Yeah, that's true. I sing seriously, I rap as a joke in the Gentledude videos. And do you know what? The raps actually, they're fire. I miss those so much. I can't wait for Gen 10 just so I can go back to doing those. Just randomly bust out a rap. Hi, I'm Gentledude. I play Pokemon. I have a Marmite accent, but a wonderful singing voice. Hope you like screaming and vocal stems. I don't scream that. Do I scream that much? Maybe I do scream that much. Goodness gracious. Give us a freestyle. I can't freestyle. I'm not a rapper. I'm not an actual rapper. I can sing. I'm not gonna bust that out either, to be honest. Mic chop. That is something that I do a lot. I do a lot of weird things. But yeah, man. If you're here from the raid, make sure you follow, because otherwise you suck butts. That's a canonical fact. That's no exaggeration. Indeed. The finals weren't till 7. Dude, I went to this thing the other day, right? Last night, and it was the best thing I've went to in ages. So it was like, it was a climbing competition called the Siege, right? Here in London. And it's at my local climbing gym, so I went to it, right? And at this climbing event, it was like, so it was the final of this event that has been going on for a month, and all these climbers, it was the final 6 of each gender, so there's like a men's section and a women's section that were competing. And it was super, super sick because the climbs were like set so that the climbers who were climbing the competition finale could not see the climb until they were going to do it. And it's these crazy like V6 to V9-ish climbs, if you know what climbing grades are. And like there was a DJ there was like flashlights up on the wall, so it looked super like awesome, and it was like so vibey, like LEDs coming from each side, so it's super, super cool. Yeah, it was gas. It was so awesome to watch these like amazing climbers go and try and figure out this super creative like boulder problem without ever seeing it before, and they've got 2 minutes to get to the top. It's crazy. So sick. Can I talk about the new starts for Gen 10? Yeah, absolutely. Also, here's what I'm gonna say. Brout is growing on me, but I'm still Team Gekwa, bro. Gekwa is the one. My thought process though is the babies still feel like they don't have any personality. I want them to have personality. I want them to evolve to have unique and identifiable personality. Right now it's just dog bird gecko. Dog bird gecko. You know what I mean? There's nothing about them that makes them Pokemon to me. I'm just like, I don't know, bro. Have we got any mods to set up a poll? How many resets are you on? At least 1 million. I feel like I've been screwed because I've done at least 1 million. I've been doing it for 2 hours, so by the maths that I'm doing, if I'm seeing one every 29 seconds, I have reset at least 1 million. The thing is, see the thing to do the auto counter cruises, I haven't set that up properly. Or sorry, I just haven't set that up. So that will be happening. Sorry, I will be setting that up for next stream, but until then we're just kind of here. Just doing this. Hoping for this. Imagine. That would have been cool. Tell me the poll, boss. Someone just suggested the poll, and it was, which starter are you going to pick in Gen 10, maybe? Hope everyone has a great day or night. You too, Uncle Bones. Have a great day at work. Enjoy. Try your best to enjoy. Work should not be seen as doom and gloom. It's still part of life. You should go and try and enjoy it to the most of your potential. No shiny Bulba. I do wonder how many I've seen. I want to know, because if I've seen one on average every 30 seconds, then in theory I've seen 60, 120... I've seen about 250 by now. Which, weirdly... The starters look lame and the games look like a step in the right direction style-wise. I agree. I agree. Because if the evolutions, if the Pokemon that are introduced in Gen 10 are as cool as the look of Gen 10. Also, see the like super dark seahorse cloud at the end. Give me a seahorse legendary, bro. That's gonna be so sick. Give me a seahorse legendary. Just give me a seahorse legendary. Be gas. Be so sick. Bum ba da bum, bum ba da bum ba da bum. Would you like to give a nickname? No, I would not. Da-ga-dum. Kingdra exists. That's not a legendary. Didn't say give me a seahorse Pokemon. Give me a seahorse legendary. It's like with Rayquaza. They've given us snakes before, but that's a legendary one. Kyogre. They've given us whales before, but Kyogre's a legendary one. Kingdra should be. I don't know if I agree with that. I think there should be badass evolutions that aren't legendary. I don't think Kingdra should be a legendary. I think Kingdra's awesome just the way it is. Cause Kingdra, you're amazing. Just the way you are. Shiny, please. Nope. Looks like the lizard's getting some love. That's because it's great. Well, it's not great. It's great in comparison. I'm absolutely flabbergasted that people are voting Pombon over Brout. That's wild. That's wild. It should be Gecko, Brout, Pombon. That's what it should be. That's insane. I feel like if they do reveal the evolutions, then I'll be in a better place to say. But right now it is absolutely... It's Gekwa. Also, it says Grequa there. It's Gekwa. But it's probably going to... Like, if it's not Gekwa, it will be Brout. I don't see a universe in which I will choose Pombon. I don't see a universe in which I choose Pombon. How's music coming along? Good question. I don't really know. I've come out of tour. I went on tour in Germany. And after tour, it's like, whoa, that's what I've been working towards for a long time. And now I can't afford to get the next song out yet. So I'm like, I don't really know what to focus on with the music. It's kind of like a weird spot to be in. But my manager's back from holiday this week, so I'm hoping that we can kind of create a direction, because I'm like, we just did a full Germany tour. Now what? You know what I mean? What happens now? Because I don't know. No, I do not want to give a nickname to the Pokemon. Meow, 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 shiny. Nope. You just don't want them to look like people. Dude, that's the thing. See, when I look at Gekwa, I just don't do Inteleon again, please. One was more than enough. I don't need another Inteleon. I didn't even need one Inteleon, to be entirely honest. Even the G-Max is super weird. I didn't even need one. I didn't even need one. Didn't even need to happen. You know? If two of them stay on all fours, that's all I ask. But they're not gonna do that, are they? They're just gonna be like, oh, I bet you never saw this coming. The gecko is a human. Why? Like, bro. Yeah, I just don't want another Inteleon. I just don't want another Inteleon. I like Inteleon. I don't. Inteleon's just a guy. Inteleon is just a bad guy from the first Despicable Me movie. Like, canonically. With a little bit of Mr. Bean in there. Oh, I don't like him. I don't like him. He freaks me out. Inteleon creeps me out in the way that Mr. Mime creeps me out. Cause it's just a guy. It's just a guy. It's just... Stop pretending to be a Pokemon, speak English, and go get a job. Do you know what I mean? That's how I feel about Mr. Mime and Inteleon. They're both super weird and creepy. And every variation on Mr. Mime as well. Super creepy. Every single one. I don't like his knees, man. I don't like his knees. I don't like his weird, like, elf shoes that are canonically made of flesh. They're actually feet. They're not shoes. His little, you know Mr. Mime's curly shoes. They're just part of him. Is that not gross? Nah, man. Mr. Mime is a weird freaking Pokemon. Remember they made a wrestling cat? See the reason they... Right, Incineroar I'm not too mad at. And my reason about Incineroar not making me that mad is that it's hilariously good in VGC. It's ridiculous how stupidly broken that Pokemon is. It's just... Like, if you look at competitive Pokemon, Incineroar is the best Pokemon. Like, there's so many Pokemon. Incineroar is technically the best one. And it's just dumb. This is really dumb. I don't know, man. But see, right, here's one thing I'll say as well. See, because of the theme of what the Gen 7 starters were. Like, see the fact that it was the circus. I don't think they could have done Wrestler. They couldn't have done the Wrestler guy without making him bipedal. They couldn't have done it without doing that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think Litten didn't get justice. I think what they did was they reverse engineered Incineroar. I don't think they designed Litten first. I think they came up with the concept, they designed the final evolutions, and then they worked backwards. Because Incineroar, like, even Litten's evolution has the, like, mask. Torracat has the mask, you know what I mean? Like... I don't know, man. I like the Evo line. I know that they go bipedal and Pokemon are suckers for that. But in that specific case, I'm not too mad at it. What the theme is for Gen 10? Southeast Asia. Indonesia. Is it Indonesia? Maybe... Yeah, it's Indonesia, says Gabe. Apparently it's Indonesia, yeah. So it's gonna be us. I'd rather have Inteleon than Mr. Mime for sure. Me too, but they're both super creepy. I'd rather have none. Give me, if I'm gonna have a bipedal starter, like, give me Froakie or something. Give me, Greninja. It's bipedal-ish, and it still looks like a frog. It's not just a guy that's pretending.
I just finished editing that video where we opened up the ETB and that was actually so depressing. Watching that back, I'm like, oh my god, we got one, like, hit.
Yeah, dude.
I calculated the EX was like 149 and like 1 pound something.
That's stinky. That's so stinky. I know, that was both of them were dreadful. I mean, we've not opened too many, but yeah, you're right. Like, for the fact that we've opened 18 Ascended packs in our lifetime, we've had absolutely nothing. Crazy. I hate it. Primarina's also not a quadruped. Pinnipeds don't count. What the hell's a pinniped? Is that like a seal? What the hell's a pinniped? What? What on this earth is a pinniped? Da-ga-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Nope. I have no idea how many of these I've seen. How long have we been here? 2 hours 15. Do you know what? I think we've done well in the fact that we've just been sat resetting. It's been very... Do you know what? I think we've done well. We've been chatting a lot. It doesn't feel like it's been that long. So it's just a Pokemon that's kind of on its belly, sort of. Nope. No shine. I'm pretty convinced that I'm not going to reset over this. I think I'd have to do really well to not, like, to pay that little attention. Because it's like, no matter where I look, if I look over here, it's on my OBS there, and it's impossible to not see, and if I'm looking over here, it's just the game. So when I'm looking at chat, I can still see the game. Dum dum da dum dum da dum. No, sir. This is wild. This is gonna take so long, bro. Muscle memory. I keep being afraid of this too. Yeah, do you know what? When someone said it earlier, I was like, am I gonna mess this up? But it's just like, the muscle memory part isn't the checking. Oh, wait, you mean just like muscle memory of pressing the right... Yeah, I hear you. I think I'll be okay. I hope I'll be okay. Check thoroughly, if not, reset. I think I'm gonna be fine. This is gonna be a wild one. This is gonna be, like, I reckon, see when we eventually, at some point in the distant future, complete this Nuzlocke, this will feel so good. This will feel astronomical. Maybe I'll call, like a professional Nuzlocker to help me. Like, I did that once in a Nuzlocke that I didn't want to lose. I really didn't want to lose it. And I called Drew to come and help with the team building for the Elite Four, and then we won. Because Drew helped me build my team. We made it through and it was so hype. That was such a cool moment. I remember that. Greetings, dude of the gentle variety. Hello there. Arcanius Umbra. What a name. Arcanius Umbra. Was that during the Donathon? I don't think it was. I just think I'd lost to Black and White 2 a lot, and I didn't want to lose again. Oof. No, I do not want to give up a nickname. I would love to not do that. Shine for me. That's not shiny. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Yeah, sun in the sky. You know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by. Shiny Bulbasaur. It's a new dawn. Come on, Bulba. Spawn for me. Exist. Never mind. Are we doing the Gen 9 to 1 Nuzlocke during the Donathon again? I don't know. I don't know. We need to plan the Donathon. We need to plan it. Chat, how should we do the Donathon this year? We could maybe put the gens on a wheel. Do the Nuzlocks that way? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Stop promising. You said that you would stop promising. You said that you would stop doing that. And you lied. I'm back. What one poll? Gekwa. Well, technically it says Grekwa, but still. Grekwe. Grekwe. These Bulbas are being Bulbas. These Bulbas be Bulbas. Sad and low, yeah. Sad and low, yeah. Nope. I don't like Sobble 2.0 and I don't know why. Weirdly, it's the only one that I like because it's the only one that's got any kind of personality. The other two are just there. One of them's an angry bird. The other one's just a dog. The other one is literally a Pomeranian with no person. It's literally a worse version of Pomo. Somehow they did that. I don't like Pommon, bro. I just don't like Pommon. Brout is growing on me a little bit. I'll be real. I could see like a Blaziken but grass. And like hopefully not fighting. Are you planning to stay much longer, boss? I don't really know. Nah, probably not. Not a crazy amount longer. I think. Because I streamed earlier for 2.5 hours. And I've streamed now for 2.5 hours almost. So I'll have streamed for about 5 hours of today. Which is quite long, right? I wanted to ask because I wanted to make a wager if you beat all the gens, I'd get a synonyms tattoo. Oh, that's sick. Wait, we should have a collective pact. How many of us could we get to do that? A synonyms tattoo? I would so do that with you. We should gather as much of the core audience as possible to see how many of them would be willing to do that. We should so see. And we could all go get a synonyms tattoo if we beat it. Can I have a needle vein in my synonyms? It doesn't matter. Well, I don't know because you don't want to get a synonyms. Can I have a needle vein in my synonyms tattoo? I don't think you should do any of that. You guys haven't even gotten your tattoos from the last donathon. I know, but that's because tattoo artists in London are so expensive and I am flat broke. I would love to. Wait, tattoos? It's just Gabe and Psyduck. What do I need to get? Do I have a tattoo that I need to get? No, right? It's just Gabe and Psyduck. Gabe needs to get a tattoo of Psyduck. We just can't really afford it at the moment. You got a Gelded logo. I thought the Gelded logo was when I hit 100k. That's crazy. Depending on the synonym design, I'd get one once I could afford it. I think it'd just be the word synonyms. It would be cool if we all got the same design though, wouldn't it? That would be gas. We have to do as many of the goals as we can before this donathon. We've been doing a lot of running, so the marathon's still on the cards. Interesting. 17k goals a Jelby tattoo. Crazy. Wow. Can it be in the style of your synonyms merch? But then the next synonyms merch is going to be different. There's been 3 different synonyms. Well, there's been 2 synonyms designs, but there's a 3rd one that I've already got made. I wonder when I'll release that. That won't be for a long time. Bob up. What am I doing now in prison B? Bulbasaur! Bulbasaur! Please shine for me! Shine, 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 shine for me! Shine! This is actually breaking my heart. Where did I go? Gotta go. No worries, Space Griffin. Thank you so much for stopping through. I appreciate you. Big love. Big love. Okay. Meow, 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 Bulba. Do you know what's really weird though? See Bulbasaur's sprite, it looks shiny. So every time I see it, I'm like, what? But it's not because it's shiny, it's because they made his sprite look shiny for some reason. I don't know why they did that, chat. Why would they do that to me? You know? The Dratini sprite looks a bit more pinkish, it keeps throwing me off. Yeah, I need to not look at the sprite. It would be cool if they made the sprite shiny as well. I feel like that wouldn't have taken a crazy amount more effort. Right? I don't know. Chat, I don't know. We're on a reset every like 30 seconds. Really wish we had the reset countdown. Would have loved to see if you beat Dan or not. Yeah, I know. It's sad that I'm not seeing them for this one, but we'll have it for the next stream. Hello, Sir Cabbage. Hello there. How's it going, Henry27? How's life? This is such a strange thing to just do. Like, what a weird choice of pastime for me. I love it. It's so random. I think Liz offered to go in and count, but if you want an estimate, it takes about 20 seconds. That's what I'm saying. So, like, the estimate would be 29 seconds per reset, which means 2 per minute on average. For 2.5 hours, we've probably seen about that 60, 120, which means 120 plus 60, 180. So we've seen about 360-ish. We've probably seen just above 360 Bulbasaurs. We're about 360-ish. That's where we're at. Your D&D session got cancelled. No, why? That's really sad. Why did that happen? Dan got Charmander in 426. That's awesome. I don't foresee that for me. I think I've used all my luck on a certain Aerodactyl. I don't think that's gonna happen again, I'm not gonna lie. I am unsure. I reckon it's gonna take a while, chat. I do reckon it's gonna take a stinky minute. But that's alright, that's part of the game that we chose to play, innit? Part of the game that we chose to play. Is Aerodactyl a bird? Aerodactyl doesn't have a beak. It's a dragon. It doesn't have any of the things that make a bird a bird. It's got wings, I guess, but it's kind of also got hands. Is Aerodactyl a bird? It's a prehistoric bird. I don't think it is. A chicken is a prehistoric bird. It's a pterodactyl. Yeah, but I don't think a pterodactyl is a bird. Also, is it? I know it's Aerodactyl. I know, but like, pterodactyl has... No, did they have beaks? I don't know if they did. Yeah, I know it's a I don't know, dude. Was a pterodactyl a bird? What is a prehistoric bird? I thought, like, prehistoric birds were chickens and dodos. Right. I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude. Shine for me! I don't know why I'm expecting it to, though. You just can't. You just gotta resist. Frickin' cheeks. Twin chickens are burbs. Or now. What? Chickens are birds of now. I think chickens lived in dinosaur times as well. Right? Am I making that up? Is that complete? Did I just fabricate that out of my bottom? I think chickens were alive with the dinosaurs. Dinosaurs became chickens. What? That's a wild evolutionary tract. I don't know what went wrong, but it went dramatically wrong. How the hell did they end up like that? Poor guys. The first domestic chickens likely appear. That's a wild thing to just pull out. Adam's dumber than a teenager. Well, no, I just don't know anything about chickens. I don't know why I thought that. Sometimes you get told something and you're just like, yeah, I'm sure that's fact, so I'm not going to Google it, because why would I? Sounds like we all need to take a trip to the dinosaur museum. Facts. I would love to go to the dinosaur museum. Oh, I'm trying to go to a Bulbasaur museum. I'm trying to have a Bulbasaur that's green. I just want a green one. Please, 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 please. But like a hyper green one, because they are already kind of green. They're quite turquoise. Why do you guys all know chicken lineage? What is going on here? Why do all of you know the lineage of a chicken? That kind of doesn't... Why do all of you know this? You're all freaking nerds. I don't get this at all. The lot of you have just whipped out the fact that you know everything about chicken lineage. That's a really weird thing. I'm not the weird one here, you all are. This is super strange. Oh yeah. You study biology. Does biology come with chicken lineage? Ave Maria. You have a browser with Google. Whoa. I'm still using Windows Vista. I have dial-up internet. All of my electricity runs on kinetic energy that comes from Gabe riding a Peloton in there. That's his job. Gabe's just perpetually cycling. He's got a Peloton in there with a carrot dangling in front of him. This is killing me. No, it's not. I'm lying. It's just been 2.5 hours of this. I think I might want to end. I have streamed for like 5 hours today. I think I've done well. But I do want to. I think I want to not be doing this soon. I want to not be reset anymore soon. You say that's a joke, but how do we get that into the donathon? What, Gabe? And a Peloton? Oh my god, that would be crazy. Oh my god, do you know what we should do? We should get one of those walking treadmills, and like, we'll do like dono trains, and we'll do a dono train where it's like, I have to jog for the entirety of the dono train. That would be crazy though. You guys, I know you guys would go crazy, and I'd never stop jogging and I would literally die. Or I'd exit the donathon being in the best human shape of my life. Maybe there's a way to integrate that. We'd need a standing desk. I could buy a second-hand one though. Interesting. There's a thought to be had there. There's a thought to think. There is a think process somewhere in there. I don't know where it is. Or Gabe will hold your monitor in front of you while you're running. That sounds bad for everyone. Yellow. Look at the stars. What do you mean yellow? Why is he what? Evening, folks. Yo. What's happening, keyboard serpent? Listen, yeah? UG2578, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. The more views there is, the faster you have to run. No, I'm not going to do it based on views. Because views is very skewed. Like, I couldn't do it based on views. That'd be crazy. I would do it based on, like, donos in the donathon. But that would be crazy regardless. It would be nuts. 400 resets later for my EV later, and that I gotta walk my dog. Then walk the dog. You can always come back to it. It's one of those things like shiny hunting fresh is always better than shiny hunting after 2.5 hours. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, 2.5 hours is not long for this. I expect to probably be about 8 hours in before I find the shiny. But that'll be over multiple sessions. I'm not gonna do it all in one. I think I will call it before 3 hours because I streamed 2.5 hours of Pokopia today. I do like the idea of not just powerhousing everything to the moon. Donos equal how far you gotta run. Yeah, but you guys are gonna make me do marathons though. I don't know, man. Last year was crazy. What are the odds, assuming they're boosted? They're not boosted. I'm playing it on the Switch too. This is my Switch 2 controller. I'm playing it on the Switch 2. Here's proof. Bow, 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 bow. We're already making you do a marathon. Yeah, but you'd make me do a marathon on stream though. Like, you guys are making me do a marathon that I'm signing up for and like training for. You're already well over 10 hours. Don't say that. I don't want to be 10 hours. Shane! Huh. I tried. It is one of those weird things that, like, takes absolutely no skill, but just perseverance. Listen, this is a test of true character. Except for Snowflame, you and me, although I'm only a quarter of the way to where you're at, I've only done 2.5 hours. But listen, you and me, we're on the same boat, and we only get off that boat when we arrive at shore with a shiny. Okay? So it's actually a full 1 in 8,000. 1 in 8,192, actually. But yes. I won't get a shint for 1,000,000 resets. You promise. I don't think I'll get a shint for 1,000,000,000 resets. Weirdly. Gentle received the Bulbasaur from prof.oak. Stop bullying me. You bullied me. You said that I'm not going to get a shiny for 1,000,000 resets. And you promised it. If anything, you're the bully. I'm just retaliating. Because you can't spell. Sorry. I'd feel guilty because I got all 3 starters shiny kind of quick while people are still in the lab. Well, do you know what? Sorry. Me and Gabe were talking about like the worst kid cries the other day. What do you think the worst kid cry is? Because there's the ones that like have the floppy lips. You know they're pretty bad. But you know the ones that like do the inhale to start the cry? I think they're the worst. Like, you know the kids that cry and they just go... And then they let out like the fattest scream that you've ever heard in your life. Listen, I'm not saying that I would ever frying pan a child. I don't like the chat just went very silent after I said that. That makes me a little bit. Oops. I mean, I definitely wouldn't frying pan a child. That wouldn't be a thing. Don't worry, chat. I'm not the type. All kid cries are awful. Yeah, but some are like super loud, bro. Some of them are like... like... Do you know what I mean? Some are like obnoxious. Some of them are like trying to be loud, but the kid doesn't have the lung capacity to make that much noise. Do you know what I mean? When is the next stream of this? I have no idea, Ollie. My life is very all over the place right now. I don't know what I'm doing with myself. I'm in a very weird spot in a lot of ways, and so I'm streaming as much as I can, but there's no like definitive this is when I will be streaming at the moment, just because, yeah, I gotta figure out a lot of stuff around streaming, but I will be streaming quite a lot. There's no doubt in that. I will be streaming at least 3 to 5 times a week. Most likely in the evenings UK time, so I assume like around this time a lot of days, like 6, 7 p.m. UK time. But we'll see. We'll cross that bridge as and when we get to it, chat. Aye, we will. What are we doing to kids? We're not doing it, but I was saying that I was talking about taking the underside of a frying pan. Airtime and everything. Shiny Boba now, please! Oh, that didn't happen. Gonna get back in the gym so I can have muscle duck thighs. Oh my god, where are the muscle ducks? I need that for motivation. Actually, I've been doing really well. I've been climbing a lot. I climbed for like genuinely 6 hours yesterday. Ah, that's a lie. I was in the climbing gym for 6 hours yesterday, outside of the competition, and I genuinely think I climbed for like 4 hours. It was amazing. It was awesome. I did so many V5s. I'm like, not back to where I was at my peak, but I'm getting close. Could you imagine if you got distracted by chat and accidentally restarted the game when you got the shiny? I'm pretty convinced that that's not going to happen, Sonny, because you're not the first person to say that. And for me, there's so many telltale signs. And like, I just don't think I would cabbage it that much. I might, but I just don't think I would. Maybe I would. I don't know, bro. I hope I don't. I really hope I don't. If I do, I'll be very sad. I will be wildly sad. I don't want to do that. Fingers crossed I don't. Is it weird that I'm enjoying myself? This is a weird thing to be enjoying. Was saying I want to suspend your money again so I continue the duck list. Oh, Kelly, dude, that is going to be a consistent donor goal. Like, I think every like maybe every 3k we'll let you guys spend money, or maybe we do it where it's like every 5 and it will be like a more money. So if it's every 3k, we could do like you get to spend £150 or like £250. But what we could do is like if it was every 5, we could do like a lot more. Not a lot more, but a good amount more. I'm half expecting after all this getting a shiny adamant Charmander. I can't get a shiny adamant Charmander. Oh wait, you. That's valid. If you get an adamant Charmander, you're cooked. You're so cooked if that happens. That would suck. No, don't put that into the universe. Zephyr, you're gonna smash it. It's gonna be the new nature that's badass nature, and it's gonna have up and everything. It's gonna have perfect IVs and perfect EVs off the rip, even though it's not done anything. It's supposed to have 0 EVs. It's got perfect EVs. It's got EVs of choice. Are you from England? No. No. It's weird that to a lot of people I sound English, because like, to me I'm like, whoa, I don't sound, like to English people I sound so Scottish. It's an easy repetition action you're doing in a game with nice music while we chat to chat. Of course you're enjoying this. Yeah, but you guys are super weird, so I don't know. He dared you to, Adam. You have to. What? Do one reset of Charmander and Squirtle, I dare you. No. I don't want to do it. I'm too deep. I would have done it earlier. I just want to spam and get this thing. It'd help for Metal Claw and Brock. In a Nuzlocke form, because would you get... When do you get Metal Claw? Metal Claw comes with Melian, right? Maybe not. Does Metal Claw come with Mander? Do you get Metal Claw with Mander? You do, don't you? I mean, I'm assuming, Zephyr, that you're not doing a Nuzlocke, right? They added Metal Claw early for that exact reason. Fair. Brock would be too hard with Mando. Yeah, I know, that's what... There's no universe in which I go for Mando. Like, there's no universe in which I go for Mando. If anyone here thinks he sounds English, then I'm insulted. Insulted by what? That would suck Jim too as well, yeah. I mean, Bulba is the obvious choice. That I sound Scottish. I don't think someone saying that I sound English in tandem means that you sound Scottish. I don't think that's how that works. I think it just means that someone hasn't heard the accents enough. Exposure therapy, baby. I've had people say that you sound Australian. I've had people say that I sound Australian. See, when I lived in America, when I lived in Los Angeles, I had a lot of people think that I was either Australian or Irish. Which I was like, what? Shiny! Nope. Mando isn't too bad for Brock if you get Mind Key. Misty's a damn wall. Yeah, Misty would hard just GG's. I could see someone guessing German. I could see someone guessing like a lot of Central Europe. Weirdly, just in the inflections, maybe. No, not Norway. Maybe Sweden? Nah. I think I would just guess Dutch, weirdly. But maybe that's because we've met. I don't know. I know a lot of Dutchies. You're from London, you pronounce words with the R sound. Really? Oh, no, that's not what you mean. Okay, I thought you meant, like, because people from London often, like, don't pronounce the R's. It's the exact opposite. Like, if you say the word sore and the word saw, it sounds the same. You'll say saw and it'll be like saw. And then you'll say sore and it sounds like soul. It's like, what? Say the word ear. Eh. Say air. Eh. Sorry? What? Air. Air. I'm going out for some air. Why? What? I'm going out for some air. Air. I pierced my ear. 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 I say it like sore. Yeah, you say saw and sore like sore, right? So if you say saw, like, I saw that. I hit my knee on a saw. It was sore. Would sound like, I hit my knee on a saw. It was sore. Saw. But also, I can say that all I want. I'm Scottish. If I say the word like sex, like gender or fornicate, and the word and the number 6, it sounds exactly the same. 6. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I can make fun of your accent all I want, but mine's also got its things. True. Meow, 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 meow. My headphones are starting to like really press. These headphones suck. They press against your ears in a way that's super uncomfortable because they don't go around your ears. They like press into them. Yeah, my ears hurt. I'll take them off for a minute. Oh goodness, yeah, that feels good. I'm just gonna hold my ears real quick. Oh wow, that feels good. Can you see purple burglar alarm? Purple burglar alarm. Purple burglar alarm. Purple burglar alarm. I think you have to be wildly Glaswegian for that not to work. Purple burglar alarm. Like you need to have like a rolling R Scottish accent, which I do not have. It's like you summoned that guy behind you by saying sex 3 times. That's my cousin. Sorry. Weird nerd funny joke. In Latin, 6 is sex, and you never decline numbers more than 5, so you never decline sex. Hey, what the hell? There is no Pokemon. Don't know how I got there, but yep. I pressed the potion, it went, there is no Pokemon. There's no Pokemon. Oops. You keeping track of how many resets you've done? Yes, absolutely. However, I'm not doing that this stream, which is very silly of me because I've not set up the counter for the stream, but if I was to estimate, because I'm 2 hours and 50 minutes in, I will have seen roughly 6, 12, 18... I will have seen about 360-ish Bulbas. Sure. Super tired, but it's only 8 PM. It's 8:21. Dig it down. You're currently at 1430 for your Manda. Respect. That is intense. How long have you been at it, Ryan? That's crazy. Big respects. I am not. I'm not that deep, but I will be soon, I reckon. It's one of those things that you can just do forever. Do you know what's crazy about it as well is you've done 1400 resets, and in my head I'm like, oh, he's so much farther ahead than me. But that's just not how it works with shiny hunting. Is every single Charmander / Bulbasaur that each one of us sees has a unique chance of being shiny. So just because you've seen more than me doesn't mean that you have any more chance of the next one being shiny than me, which is super weird. Like, we're both working towards the same thing that takes exactly 0 skill or 0 prediction. The more you do doesn't mean that you're more likely to get it. Which is wild. It's just that every single one has an individual chance to be shiny. What a crazy thought process. Shiny hunting is so weird. Because, like, you could just hop on and get it first try. You could also not do that. Wild. I think I'll go until we've hit 3 hours, because then I'll have streamed 5.5 hours today, and I think that's a good amount of streaming today. I think that puts me in a solid spot, right? It's been 2 hours 51, so we'll go for another 10 minutes, and then we'll have streamed for 5.5 hours today, which I am content with. I'm happy with my input. Yeah, dude, I think that's the play. I think let's do that. It took me like a year to wrap my head around if I hunt for 2 weeks on one file and switch to a different one, I don't lose progress. Yep, there's no such thing. There is no such thing. With shiny hunting, there's no, like, essentially, every shiny that I didn't see, like, every time it wasn't shiny is just wasted time. It's not getting me any closer to a goal. It's not getting me, like, I'm not making progress by any stretch. That's a grim way to look at it. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, that's a terrifying way of looking at it. I don't like that. Because, like, see, the reason I love climbing is because there's so much exact progress to be made. Like, you try a climb, you fail it. You try a climb, you fail it. You try a climb, you fail it. You reiterate your attempt. You try something new. You go again with fresh hands, and then you get it. And it feels great. But every time that you try and fail, you're improving. Your finger dexterity, the way you see the wall, the technique, it's all improving. This isn't any of that. This is just clicking the buttons in the order, hoping that it sparkles, and if it doesn't, then unlucky, you've just wasted 30 seconds. Crazy. I do like Let's Go chains. Me too. I used to hate them, and then I grew to love them. I hated them because they were different, and I didn't like change. I also loved the art style of Pokemon Let's Go, man. I would not be mad at all if they introduced another Let's Go game. Like, I would actually tangibly very much love that. Dig-a-dun down. We got a man. Go-go-bum-bo. Let's Go Pikachu, Eevee, or Gorgeous. I know. Weirdly similar art style to Pokopia, but yeah, dude, absolutely beautiful game. I've done a lot of resets. Did you see they posted something about Black and White? Everyone went remake? I hope they don't do like an Ilka situation, bro. Cause like, I like Gen 4. BDSP make me like Gen 4 a little bit less. I do like Gen 4, but BDSP sucked. BDSP was very bad. Especially after the last remake we got was freaking Oras, which is like the best Pokemon game ever made. It's crazy that they followed that remake up with BDSP. It's like, why, dude? crazy. I saw rumors they were going to announce a Pokemon remake on Pokemon Day. I saw rumors about absolutely everything on this earth being announced on Pokemon Day. Like, everyone predicted literally everything. Every possible thing to predict, everyone predicted. It was like... It was a whole crazy thing. It's been 16 years since Johto. That's crazy. Might be a hot take. That is not a hot take at all. Oras being your favourite game, I would argue if someone has played all of the Pokemon games, Oras is probably a lot of people's favourite games. I think Oras is a lot of people's favourites. I mean, it's such a fun game though, isn't it? Oras is just amazing. Hot take, but the best Pokemon anime was Alola. Again, not a hot take. I absolutely agree with that. Once you get past the art style, it took me a few... It took me a few months to even want to retry watching it because I hated the art style. But then, do you know what changed my mind about trying it and really giving it a shot? Avatar: The Last Airbender on Nickelodeon. Bro, that show has such a bum cheeks art style. It was drawn like frame by frame. It's like it barely even animated. But see, when you get used to it, it's the best show ever. It's the best show ever. Do you know what I mean? So like once you can get past the fact that it's that, like, it's awesome. The Orange Islands mean nothing to you. Thanks. Well. But I think the way he won in Alola was very gratifying. It was wildly satisfying. It took the internet and the world by storm because we all just assumed that he was always just gonna lose. Like, Ash's whole story is just perseverance. Just, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. That's Ash. Like, that's his whole thing. Like, he's working towards the destination, but it's not about the destination. So many episodes didn't even touch on the destination. Like, it would just be a random side quest. Where James has boobs. Who remembers Sexy James? Pokemon have made some hilarious decisions over their time, man. Pokemon have made some wild decisions. Do you guys remember Sexy James? I miss Sexy James, man. Where's he gone? I just want Sexy James back. Hell yeah. If you like pure crap, just want Sexy James back. Sexy James cosplay, bro, I'll do it. I'll make you guys a deal. See, during the shiny FireRed only run, we'll set a dono goal and we'll put it at the bottom of the screen next to the counter for next stream. And we'll make it an obnoxious number. But if we hit that dono goal, I will do a Sexy James cosplay as I play through a hardcore Nuzlocke of one of these games that has Team Rocket in it. As a Team Rocket Nuzlocke, where I have to use only Team Rocket Pokemon, and I'll be dressed as Sexy James the whole time. How about that? I think that's a good deal. We set a dono goal, and we'll have a long time to hit that dono goal as well because of the fact that we're doing a freaking shiny, only full odds FireRed Switch 2 Nuzlocke. Do you know what I mean? Sounds like a poison only run. Pretty much. I mean, yeah. Marini? What? I'm in a group chat with some of the highest donors in this community. I shall pass on the word. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. That's a scary group chat. I don't know if I like that. Who's in that group chat? That sounds like royalty. That's a very, very scary group. It's a very powerful group in terms of my physical and mental well-being. Oh my gosh. That's like me hearing that there's an actual Illuminati group chat. That's like the group chat that have oh my gosh, one with Liz and Corey, the other one with Ali and Tay. That's terrifying. If they were to all come together, I'm cooked. Sexy James is happening whether I like it or not. That's terrifying. That's great though. Oh, that'll be funny. That will be comedy. Yeah. 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 Jesse and James could have been smart. They could have used Wobbuffet Destiny Bond to capture Pikachu. They did, and that's what made Pikachu. Why is this not happening? Right, I have been streaming for 3 hours. I'm going to give it one singular reset, and if I don't get it, then we're done for the day. And I will end it on a low, and I'll cry real tears in the shower until I look like a raisin. And then I'll probably be back tomorrow night. Maybe. I think I'll be back tomorrow night. I assume. Ready? Imagine this one was shiny, just the last one that was canonically going to happen in the stream. I tried. Chat, we've done like 1,000,005 resets. 3, 6, so 6, 12, 18. Yeah, we've seen lots. Oh, my fingers don't want to stop. That's annoying. I hate that. I'm at the point of addiction where I'm like, one more reset. Just one more. Yeah, we hold a lot of power. You guys do hold a lot of power. That's scary. Nah, dude, it's 1 in 8,196. I've probably seen like 350.
Oh dear, this is gonna be long.
Oh yeah, it's been like 3 hours. Yeah, it's gonna take a long time.
That's gonna be a great feeling when you get it though.
But do you know what's wild about this?
Bulba as well.
Well, it's the best. I'm doing a Nuzlocke, and Bulba is canonically the best for Nuzlocke, like by like 100 mil. See what sucks in this though?
Yeah.
See every reset that I do. Every reset that I do doesn't actually equal any level of progress. Like, if I don't get it,
It means nothing.
it means nothing. It doesn't mean like I'm not one reset closer to getting it.
Yeah, it means
It just means I've wasted 30 seconds. Because every individual Bulbasaur has a 1 in 8,192 chance. But it doesn't log the one that I took before. So it's like, every single one that I don't get is just a wasted 30 seconds.
It's so depressing when you put it that way.
I know.
Oh dear.
I know. And it's a Nuzlocke, so I'm going to need to do this for like a lot of Pokemon. Yeah, it's going to be rough.
And how many routes is there between them?
I'm not going to do it in every route.
No, just like what? Are you gonna do another one before Gym 1 though?
Like, Gabe, do one reset. Gabe, take a Bulbasaur.
Okay, what's the reset button?
Well, it's already resetting. You might as well just check a Bulba, and then we'll end the stream. They're all saying have a good time in Portugal.
Oh, thank you so much, guys.
You can press B. No, we'll just skip to this one. And then spam A until you get it. And then when you get it, press spam B now, because it's going to ask you if you want to nickname it. And then, as soon as he's got his thing, check it in the summary.
It's gonna be shiny.
If this is shiny, I will actually throw something. Yeah, that would have been wild. That would have been actually disgusting. Alright, chat. I will catch you all in the next one. We did not find the shiny that we were looking for, but that's okay. We've only done 3 hours worth of resets. We're going to be here for a minimum of like 8 to 10, I assume. Anyway, chat, big love. I will catch you all in the next one. Big love. See you probably tomorrow.